and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who, and you can tweet me as well on Twitter at Dan Who Reviews. And hello, how are you doing? It is yet again another Thursday night. Can you believe it? It is already here. The week has gone very fast for me, and we've had a weekend and a middle of the week with some reveals as well. So lots to talk about. It's a good job it's a Legends and Liquor week, isn't it? So yeah, we've got lots to talk about. I don't know where Brandon is. I think he's lost. I might have to ask super producer Rich to make sure he's awake for me. You know what it's like, Brandon, he gets tired these times of nights. So Brandon should be joining us shortly, but I didn't want to wait any longer, so I thought I'd just get straight into it. So it's a solo mission for the time being until Brandon gets here, but that's absolutely fine. I can say hello to the people, I can do a bit of housekeeping because we've got a lot of stuff to talk about. Today we are going to be basically just having a general recap now that we've let the dust settle of another Hasbro Pulse Con 2021, what our sort of thoughts are coming out of the weekend. And also we had some more reveals last night. There was a premium, I think it was 10/27, because the US, they flipped the dates around, very strange, but yeah, 10/27 sort of reveal where we actually got a couple of reveals here and there that we can talk about as well. So yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of Marvel interviews as well, with some nice little nuggets, quite similar questions between the amongst of us, because again, we all want to know the same answers, but but yeah, lots. My point is, lots to talk about. Hope you're well. Thank you for joining me on another Thursday. So let me do some housekeeping. Let me say hello to the people, and then we'll get into it. Okay. So I think for the time being, I might be able to go myself with the chat. Yeah, I think I can do that. So let's do that. Let's go me solo with the chat. And let me say hello to some people. And then, as I said, if someone wakes Brandon up, we'll get Brandon in here. But let me go to the chat. I think it's working. Yeah, it is. Okay, so let me just scroll up a little bit. Let me snooze around. So who was in nice and early? Mike D, we've got the Imposter Phil is here. George W, of course, Mark Tac, Mini Plastic Multiverse, Tanner, Abnugla, Jamie. I love seeing the regulars, I'm not going to lie. I do appreciate you all. Of course, the super producers here as well. Jay's Toy Collection UK. And I'm assuming Cheeky Monkey Kiara is also here. And shout out to her dad. I think her dad's watching. So hello. Welcome to the madness. You probably won't have a clue what we're talking about. Go and check out Jay's collection room. And you might have a little clue, little tease of the things to come. But yeah, a lot of toy talk. Collectibles, if you will. It's as I said, if you're a civilian in this game, as I said, welcome to the madness. Screw Toys is here, of course. Damien, CJ, Gahubery J, aka Matt, because I can't say that name. I don't know where he got it from. Well, he did tell us it's a Transformers name. David, Evan Smith is, of course, here as well. Jay on the Grind, Jason Lopez, Hero of Collectors, Austin is here as well. Javi Man, he says, let's go. So Javi's now got like 5 Sentinels turn up at his door. He did message me. Same as Rush. Rush has got some Sentinels now. I think Rush was like 1-6 shooters in the building as well. He says, first time, long time. Pal, how you doing, my friend? He was making me very itchy for some of those Cosmic Legions, but it was just the wrong time of the year. The import and the shipping was too much. I wanted to go all in, but I couldn't drop nearly £500, $500 on those figures. I couldn't do it. I've just backed Galactus. I'm still recovering from Galactus, so I will live vicariously through his shots. Cloud Foxwell's in the building. I also seen Cloud in the Pulse exclusive live stream yesterday, and I don't even think he's a Pulse exclusive member, so I don't know how he got in the back door, but he found a way in. The normal Phil Jones is here. Mr. William is here. Cowboy Collector is here. Dad just waved at the screen, says Cheeky Monkey. Hello, I'm glad you're here. Avin's here. He says, hey Dan, hope you're well. Flaming Bees action figure reviews with a Z. How you doing? Okay, so as usual, getting in, as we're warming up, I did start off a chat, basically a poll, if you will. Basically, just a little bit of fun. No, obviously nothing serious around these ways. It says, who won Hasbro Pulse Con 2021? So, of course, we got little reveals from all the brands, but I put the 3 main ones there, and then I put other as well, because people may have other suggestions. So I'll put Marvel, G.I. Joes, because a lot of people are coming out of this like dusting off their G.I. Joe collections thinking, okay, I'm back on this train. So we got Marvel, G.I. Joes, and then Star Wars as well. And then I've put other. So other can be Transformers, Fortnite, Power Rangers, Ghostbusters, because there was a Haslab announcement for that. So I couldn't put more than 4 suggestions, otherwise I would have put them all. Okay, so I put the main 3 and then I put other. So far, as I cheekily expected, GI Joe's is winning with 55% of it, because I think anticipation levels were so low for GI Joe's. All they had to do was release a couple of good fan favorites, like that classic Storm Shadow, for example, like some more army builders, and people are on board. So we're getting to that, of course. We will get into that. And if Brandon's awake, I might have to sub in Rich, because I do much prefer the conversational natter. Or I may even jump to some of my channel members as well, because as you know, I don't like riding solo. My name's not Jason Derulo, okay? It's Dan, and I've got a mission. But let's get into some housekeeping, and then we can talk about some toys. So, of course, if you want to be a part of today's stream, you want to be a part of the show, and you want to support the channel and the content here, then get involved. Super chat. Friday is here on a Thursday. Very confusing, but anything over £4 or $4, Friday will literally read it out loud on the stream. Be a part of the stream forever in the replay history. Get your comment, be heard, and it's much appreciated. Helps towards the channel. But of course, you can take that one step further, and you can become a channel member by hitting that join button. And what's so fun about hitting that join button is you get to be a part of the channel you're supporting. Let me explain. I have a little show called Legends and Liquor, where basically we like to have a little bit of a drink, where I drink a lot of Copperberg, and we talk about some Marvel Legends, and my channel members are my guests. I get the people supporting my channel on the channel they're supporting. So yeah, Legends and Liquor is this week, so I have officially opened the doors. If you want to get involved with Legends and Liquor this week, people, now is the time. Legends and Liquor, as I said, after the stream today, hit up my inbox on Instagram and let me know you want to be a part of the stream today, part of the stream on Sunday, and I'll get you locked in for Legends and Liquor, all right? So I appreciate you. Channel members can also use the emojis. I appreciate that. I always like seeing them in the chat. And of course, you can treat yourself to a t-shirt as well as you want, and I've got some nice t-shirts, links in the description. Mark Tack has convinced me to get some jumpers and some other random stuff as we come into the winters, maybe some hoodies. So I do like wearing a hoodie myself, so maybe I'll get that open. But yeah, as I said, all these links are in the description, and I appreciate you all the same. But I do need to just pause for a second and check my phone, because yeah, I don't know where Brandon is. I think he's fell asleep. I'm not even lying to you. I think Brandon has fell asleep. That's fine. He works hard. He's a hard-working man. So yeah, Legends and Liquor this week, by the way, because it is a Halloween type theme. It is Halloween, isn't it? The 31st. So yeah, I'm thinking, again, you can let me know if this is a fun idea or not. I'm thinking of doing like a fancy dress Legends and Liquor. Just a little bit of fun. Be pretty weird, I'm not going to lie. We're all sitting there in costumes in front of our computer. But yeah, Legends and Liquor this week could be like a Halloween themed one where we can talk about our favourite horror films, and we can be in fancy dress, talk about some Legends, of course, because, as I said, a lot to talk about. Oh, okay, someone's just joined the chat. Let me see what's going on here. Someone's just joined in. Let me press some buttons and see if I can get this to work. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Okay, there he is. He's muted himself as well. He doesn't even want to talk to us.
No, I'm not.
Brandon, what's going on?
I'm not asleep. So, my sister and my niece are staying here. So they've kicked me out of my room, like my spare room. So I'm now in my bedroom, which is why you're seeing the SHF Dragon Ball collection behind me.
A lot of Gokus there. A lot of Gokus.
A lot of Gokus. But I was basically, before the stream, I was deciding between whether I would stream this way or that way, because behind me that way is my desk, like that I work on, my work from home desk, and I put the Sentinels on it, so I thought, oh, I'll just stream that way. But basically, as I put the Sentinels on the desk, I looked, because I could see like something glistening in the light, but I wasn't really sure what it was. And then I looked behind the computer, and there was just this spider web like I've never seen in my life, right? And I'm sorry, I don't like spiders. I could not sit. I'm not scared of spiders, but I don't like them.
It could be on the Dragon Ball shelf. It could be there. It's in the room.
No. Wait till you hear what I did to this thing. I don't mind spiders if they're outside, but don't come into my space. So I saw it, and that was when I texted you, and I was like, I need a few minutes. I've got a spider situation.
You know what I'm like? When I'm here, I don't look at my phone. So
didn't
I've
see
not
it?
seen
Okay,
it.
so
I've not seen
I
it.
sent you a message on the thing and said I've got a spider situation. So I had to go and get the Hoover. So, but the thing was like, so where my desk is, like the wall in front of my desk, I have pictures and stuff, and it gone behind the picture. So I had to move the picture, turn the Hoover on, and Hoover them up all at once, right? And it was, and I swear to God, I took a picture of it because I wanted to prove the point that the fucking thing was real.
You could have had him as a guest.
Huh?
We could have had him as a guest. We got some
No,
spider-related reveals.
It wasn't even like a small spider. If it was a small spider, I wouldn't have minded so much. But I couldn't have sat here in peace.
Like an
knowing
alien
that the
face
thing
hugger
was,
spider, like it was going to pounce at any point
Yeah,
and
I tell
impregnate you
what,
with alien eggs.
and that the web, it was one hell of a web. I never touch wood. I rarely get spiders in here. Usually, if I do, they're at the window. But my desk is adjacent to the window, so it must have been there for at least a few days, which makes me feel sick.
Well, you survived. You survived to tell the tale, and that is the main. And we're glad you're here.
I hoovered it up. Like I set the Hoover to full blast and hoovered the thing up. Anyway, we're here. We're here.
Apart from the spider situation, are you doing all right? Have you been? The week's gone quick, right?
It's having a pretty good day up until that point. Up until that point, I was fine, and then I saw it and I was mortified. Like, you wait, this weekend I'm pulling everything out and hoovering and polishing the whole thing. There is no way.
Okay.
So yeah, everybody gets a change. They get to see the lovely Dragon Ball collection behind me.
Yeah, I guess not a lot of people know you like Dragon Ball as well.
Hasbro product behind me.
Don't worry, I've got a screen I can put up and we can talk Hasbro. So I've already said hello to the people. I've already done some housekeeping. So you've skipped all the boring part and you're here just for the toys. So that's all good.
Yes, absolutely.
But as I said, the chat's still lively. I've put a poll up in the chat, Brandon, so you can quickly answer this as well. I've put just again nothing serious, just who won Hasbro Pulse Con 2021, and I've put Marvel, GI Joes, and Star Wars, and then I've just put other because it could be Fortnite, Transformers, Ghostbusters, Power Rangers, whatever. So far in the lead, and this was my prediction because, as I said, a lot of people seem very hyped, is G.I. Joe's with 51%, Marvel with 42%, and Star Wars with 6% of the vote. Someone's voted for other because it's got 2%. Who did you vote for, Brandon?
I voted for Marvel. It was 110% Marvel. The thing is G.I. Joe's didn't deserve to win. Like, you can't come in with like the lowest expectations because generally things aren't that great. And then show some great figures, and then it'd be like you get to win. That's
what it is. That's exactly what it is. Is people's expectations were so low. All they had to do was something good, and people were like, "It'll be like a Jacob's Toys reaction." Mind blown.
Yes.
Mind blown.
Mind blown. Exactly. Whereas the thing is that Legends, being the best, has the highest expectations and then has to live up to them, which I think they did, man.
Well, we'll get into it. We will get into it. We've got a lot to talk about, right? I've even pulled up the Star Wars reveals and stuff because I've a couple of people on the Instagram when they were tagging the stream, which I always appreciate people doing that. Someone was saying that you want to hear your Star Wars thoughts, of course. So you can educate me on some Star Wars stuff because I've seen a little kid Star Wars guy and I was like, oh my God, is it Anakin? And no, it wasn't. It was some other little kid with a little Pokemon guy. There's always Pokemon with Star Wars characters. Very strange.
Yes, there is.
But let me see if I can just draw straight into some graphics. But anyway, Brandon is here, everyone. Don't worry, he's awake. Yes. We were about to send someone around your house and knock the door just to make sure. We were concerned.
I would happily have someone come around and kick my sister and my niece out of my. Thank God my brother-in-law isn't here because he takes up even more room. Bless him. But yeah, they kicked me out.
Okay, so shall we start with our bread and butter?
Yes,
which is Marvel. Okay, so I'm just going to do it this way. Thanks to Toy Arc, as always. It saves me and producer Rich a lot of time finding these images. So, right, thank you to Toy Arc. Let's just go through the panel. And again, Brandon, I did a spontaneous live stream straight after the panel this weekend. And I got Dante from the Infinity Equation podcast on. Rich, obviously, super producer Rich joined. And then in Parallel Universe graciously paused his live stream to jump on mine for a little bit as well. So I appreciate that. It's always fun when I can get people like him on because the time zones don't always link up for a Thursday night. So had to jump on, just give our first thoughts. So that was some fun. Even Kevin, toying around, jumped on for a little bit. He nearly took us to the shop with him in his pocket. Too. Yeah. Oh, hello there, Kevin. So yeah, that was fun. But that was just more like instant reactions, instant thoughts. We've had a little bit of time now for the dust to settle and to sort of compose ourselves. So today we can sort of really dig in a little bit and think, okay, are we going in the right direction? And of course, we will touch on Star Wars, G.I. Joe, other things. But I do, of course, want to start with our bread and butter, which is Marvel. And Brandon wasn't here, so we haven't heard Brandon's thoughts. No one knows what Brandon thinks. He could hate everything. I doubt it, but he could. I don't know. We'll find out. Okay, so there's Dwight. He's on the magic table. He's got his little roundy dolly thing, whatever it's called. And there's Ryan Ting, good old Ryan Ting. I have got an interview on the channel right now as well with Ryan, Dan, and Dwight. So obviously, if you haven't watched that already, go and watch it after the stream. Add it to your watch later list. They put up some clues to vote on. We'll get to that later on. We will know who won. Talked about 3 3/4, which I think Rich M is collecting. I have got some of them, but I haven't gone all in. But this set looks nice. You got any interest in the 3 3/4?
I think which one is it? The Black Panther and Captain America 2-pack has been sat in my car at Star Action Figures for maybe a year and a half now, or since whenever it dropped. And I still haven't gone for it. I
brought all that Wave 1 when they were £5 each.
Really?
Yeah, on Star Action Figures. That's where I've got Wave 1.
Oh, is that where they were £5 each?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I mean, it's a rabbit hole. I can see it's a rabbit hole. I'll get one. I'll enjoy the card so much that I want to get a whole bunch of others. At one point, I did think about copying your wall idea with these. But then I was like, how much are these guys now? Like they're 10, 15 pounds, right?
Yeah, they're about £10, yeah.
So I thought for every 2 of those, it's one legend. I was like, no, don't. I don't love them enough that I can justify the cost. So, but I think they look amazing. I think the card looks really, really amazing.
Just as display,
6-inch, I would be all over it.
As display pieces, I think they're really nice. But like you said, it's like I can't do both. I'm a completionist. I just can't go both. So I've got that Wave 1 because it was cheap and I wanted to get my hands on. And I do admire these for display purposes only. Like I wouldn't take them out of the packaging. It seems pointless, to be fair. But I get that these are nostalgic. Some people like this 5-point articulation. But still, these are nice. Jean Grey, Wolverine, nice shiny pack. And there's a checklist now as well. So I think Rich can tick off everything on that list. If there isn't, let us know, Rich. But I'm assuming you can tick off everything on that list. Maybe not the shiny Iron Man and Black Panther that was the first exclusive, I think. But still, there you go. There's some reveals. Fantastic Four, Falcon. So we finally got our classic Falcon, but it's 3 3/4 inch. Even a little Red Wing there. Even a little Red Wing. Venom looks like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, but in black. And there you go. Okay, so let's get to the first reveal. So they had Donny Cates on, who's writ tons of stuff for Marvel recently, but one of his characters that he writ was, of course, Knull, who is like the reason that the Silver Surfer is now completely black, and we already have the Fallen in figure form. He's also like the king of the symbiotes of he just lives in the darkness. He's a pretty modern big bad within the Marvel universe, if you will. So he's had no cartoon. He's had no. If he has, I don't know about it. So if I'm wrong, let me know. But he's had no cartoon animated stuff. He's had no live action stuff, obviously. So he's like quite a modern comic-based villain that is seen to be quite popular at the minute. And this is the first time we're getting him in figure form. And Dwight confirmed as well, this is completely all new figure, all new pieces, and he's going to sit at about 8 inches tall. Ryan also said that they don't know, they didn't tell us if this is going to be a wave, a deluxe figure, a 2-pack, 3-pack, whatever. Like, they didn't say how it's going to come yet. But we do know we are getting Knull, which looks very nice. Brandon, your thoughts?
I think this thing is amazing, man. I really think this thing is amazing. All new sculpt. I can't remember in which interview it was, but in one of the interviews, I think Dan was saying that, Knull is quite overpowered. Knull has really obscure designs sometimes in the comics. And Dwight was saying that what they try to do is they don't, apart from say the What If figures or the Spider-Verse figures, the Into the Spider-Verse figures, they try to interpret comic designs and give them one sort of baseline Marvel Legends look, you know.
I love that about Legends, by the way. It's that like Dwight said, with all these different comic book artists and stylized designs, the Legends are all uniform. They all sit on the shelf like they're from the same world, which I really appreciate.
Yeah, exactly. And they do really, really well to make it just seamless, like across the collection. And I think this thing is amazing. I think we all were kind of expecting it for a while. I don't know why we were expecting it. I can't remember what the rumor was that started it, but I think the design looks great. I think the posability is going to be great. The pinless is just a Brandon favorite, as we all know. So yeah, this is really good. I kind of hope that it's deluxe, because maybe then we'll get some accessories and something cool like that with it.
Jay's Toys Collection UK in the chat is saying that JC said it's a 2-pack. Now, we love JC, but he's not always right. But again, he sometimes is, so we shall find out. Also, Andy Davis says he's at Dollywood right now, but wanted to stop in and say, howdy, boys. Howdy, Andy Davis. Thank you very much, my Turtles whisperer from across the pond. Appreciate you.
Did he say Hollywood? He's in Hollywood.
He said Dollywood. Dollywood.
Oh,
Dolly, isn't it Dolly Parton's little ranch or something like that?
Yeah.
9 to 5. That's the only one I know. Only song I know. 9 to 5. I did ask Hit and Miss as well, and as I said, as expected, Jason Lopez says Omega level hit. Cloud Fox Wow hit, CJ hit, Hero of Collectors hit, Tanner hit, J Stores Collection UK says big hit. Firstly for Chicken with a lot of hits. It's my most wanted Marvel Legend, so it's absolutely hit. Odd Mr. Williams hit, Rich M with a hit, Damien with a hit, your boy's got toys is hits. Omega Weapon says Venom Daddy, that's a hit. Mr. Williams said they should have made the What If figs with the MCU figs. We'll get into that a little bit later. The Wolfpack with a lot of hits as well. And First for Chicken says I also need the Dark Carnage. So yeah, okay. So yeah, this was the first reveal. Like Brandon said, we sort of expected it, especially when they were bringing on Donny Cates. It was either Knull, it was either his new Thor run. He's about to go in to do some. I think he's doing. Is it the Hulk next? Yeah. So it could have been a Hulk related thing. So we shall see. But a lot of people are expecting this in a wave, and like to see other characters like Thor in his sort of. Because I think Donny Cates is the person who writ Thor as the Herald of Galactus, I believe. Could be wrong. Someone will let me know if I'm wrong in the chat. But yeah, there you go. Knull comes with his Necro Blaster Chasm Sword, I think it is. I think that's what it's called. Something like that. I can't remember. Mark Tac with a little donation. I appreciate that. He says, technically, we're all in Dollywood tonight. I get it. Dollies. Do you get it? Action figures, dollies. I get it, Mark. I get it. I'm with you. I appreciate that, Mark. Right, okay, next reveal. So, we speculated what the next Walgreens exclusive sort of theme could be. Now, I completely understand that for our friends across the pond, Walgreens is a little bit of a dirty word.
Easy to get, right?
Yeah, okay. As I said, you know me, I like to focus on the positive, right? And I don't want to sit and listen to the Hasbro team talk about logistics of shipping and stuff that they have to give scripted answers to. Do you know, so, and this stuff has been sent to Walgreens, and Walgreens are obviously prioritising other stuff than Legends. That's, okay, I'm not getting into a debate. Let's just talk about the fun stuff, which is toys.
But Walgreens is a toy store. Their priority is toys.
They also sell pharmacy goods and toothbrushes, all right? People need to brush their teeth, Brandon.
There you go.
But super villains, all right? I'm focusing on the positive of the situation, all right? So at some point in your life, you'll be able to get these. It may not be easy, may be hard, I don't know. We shall find out. If not, ask your friends across the UK, all right? Just be willing to cough up that shipping. But still, super villains. Baron Zemo, he was on my want list for a long time, a much needed update. I do have the 2014 version from the Mandroid Build-A-Figure wave, which was technically I think this was not a variant, but a running change in that wave, with Red Skull, and I think they had the Hydra and the AIM Goons originally. But anyway, this is nice, but this is a nice modern version. The version we're seeing on screen now is the more classic Baron Zemo, and I like how they've gone with the same packaging sort of theme as supervillains. Now, if anyone's already seen my interview with the Hasbro team, I did ask them just straight up, is supervillains the theme for Walgreens, just to get it confirmed. I like to know these things. And Dan says yes, supervillains is the theme they're going for. He said, however, there's a character in that line, and he or she isn't always portrayed as a villain in the comics, okay? So don't think big bads. We got to start thinking anti-heroes. So Rich is already on it. Rich M is already on it. So DM him your suggestions. Sorry, Rich. But yeah, he's already on it. We're getting into a super villains, anti-heroes, and anti-heroes sort of thing. So we can start having some fun. And that's what I like. I like getting those nuggets just so we can have fun and engage in conversation. That's what it's all about. So yeah, Baron Zemo, Brandon, are you looking forward to adding a classic Baron Zemo to your shelf, to your Hydra goons?
Absolutely. I really like the modern design of the 2014 Baron Zemo, but the thing is that body is just, it's old now. It looked good for its time, but
Bucky cap.
You know, it just, Bucky cap with those. I think like the glove parts,
it's the pirate boots and stuff. Yeah,
as well.
It's the original Bucky cap, like gloves and boots.
Yeah, exactly. So it's outstayed its welcome a bit now, and this is just fantastic. This, as soon as I saw it, it immediately reminded me of how Zemo looks in the Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes show, which is like kind of my definitive version of what we would call comic Avengers.
Yep.
So this just looks perfect to me, absolutely perfect. Very excited for it. I think hands-wise, it looks like he has
one fist. I've just been looking at the screen and I'm like, hang on, has he only got one fist?
I think it's one fist, two grip hands for the sword, and then I imagine a trigger finger hand.
Yeah.
I can't see the gun for the trigger finger, but the kind of the shaded green, I'm hoping it fits in with Red Skull so that we can switch those hands maybe. But I'm not holding out hope. But yeah. But
now that's more of a yellow. That's more of a yellow on his gloves. So I think that ain't green.
Yeah, as opposed to a green.
Yeah, so the red skull,
which is a bit of a shame, because I think I would have rather had two fists than two open hands. But I'm just happy to be getting Zemo. I like the look of the body from here. So yeah, and completely after the success of supervillains this year, I'm really excited to see whether it's supervillains, anti-heroes, whichever. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah, there's been some great comic waves this year with the Zemnu Build-A-Figure wave and the Ursa Major Build-A-Figure wave that I'm yet to open, but from all you guys telling me, it's great. He keeps getting pushed. He just keeps getting pushed.
Like Ultron?
That's what I'm saying. I need to open Ultron. He's an A-lister. I will. It's just, as I said, like I'm months behind now. I guess another month ain't going to matter. So there's the back of the box. As you can see, no wave association. Single packed, exclusive to Walgreens in the US. Obviously, across the pond, no Walgreens. So it's not exclusive for us. And luckily, we don't have too much trouble getting figures. And as 100 people come on, it looks like I'm proper showing off. I'm not. I'm just showing I got binary, all right? But I appreciate 100 as we sit and talk about some Marvel Legends.
Have they got Quasar yet?
I think they're starting to. I know Rush has, because I've sent Rush one himself. The package arrived safe and sound. Just not really safe and sound.
It was all the Quasars they can get.
Was completely beat up. Okay, some more reveals. We got Scarlet Witch and Vision, I believe. So we can talk about them as a two. Both on the retro card, and both of them say the West Coast Avengers. Now, this is basically a reissue of the Scarlet Witch we've seen in the Family Matters 3-pack. It's just that now she's less metallic and a bit more pink. Sort of looks like the uniform, not a uniform, but the costume that was on WandaVision, like that type of classic look for Scarlet Witch, which is apparently back in the comics now as well with the trial of Magneto. So yeah, Scarlet Witch on retro card, and then White Vision as well, who we haven't had since that 3-pack. There is a few little deco changes though. He's got a little bit of grey on there just to sort of mix it up. He's got bare feet as well, strange enough, but he's a robot. He can do what he wants. And yeah, he's got some fisted hands, but both on the retro card. What are you thinking of these, Brandon? Figures you need? Do you consider this an upgrade to the previous one? Or would you prefer the metallic? Excuse me.
So for me, I will be keeping the metallic version. Nothing against this one. I think it looks great. I think it's a really nice deco update. I think that people who missed out on the Family Matters 2-pack, which was 2019, probably going on 3 years, by the time this is released. So I think this is a great way to get Wanda back into the line. I'm happy that it's solo packed. It's a retro, so I don't need to get it for a bath. There he is.
Sorry, when I hit 100, I have to. Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm really happy with it. I think for me, the more exciting one of the two is definitely getting White Vision. I did not pick up that Target 3-pack back in the day with White Vision,
Ultron and Hulk.
White Vision, Ultron, and Hulk. Yeah, I did not pick that up back in the day. So, and this is a much nicer way of getting it. I'll be honest. I really like seeing that with the card back. I think this is definitely one for me to pick up. I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered this on Pulse.
I'm like you. I never got I actually got a couple of those Ultrons, but I never got the White Vision or the Hulk. But it's not Bruce Banner Hulk, so I didn't want it at the time either. But I
Which Hulk was it? I can't remember.
It was the Chode, I think, is the Asian guy who turns into Hulk. I can't remember his name.
Oh, maybe it's Cho.
There you go. Him. It was his. It was his Hulk.
I never realised.
Yeah, it's not the Bruce Banner Hulk.
I completely forgot about that 3-pack entirely, to be fair, apart from the Ultron.
I'm not sure if it was an exclusive at the time, but that we're talking 2015 for that, or probably sooner. Like, it was a while ago. Cameron Wright with the super chat. Thank you very much. I'll let Friday read that out.
Cameron Wright donated $4.99. Had to make sure this was heard. That Vision is a huge miss. No reason to make that fig on the Bucky Cap mold IMO.
He makes a good point. Thank you very much, Cameron Wright, for the super chat. Cameron Wright is currently the top donator of the top contributor for the last 30 days, so I appreciate you. He makes a good point. He says it's a huge miss for him because it's on the Bucky Cap mold, which I can't argue with him. That is disappointing, especially when we know they've got so many other great molds in their sort of arsenal. What I'm sure you agree with Cameron as well in regards to that. But which mold would you choose for a Vision? Would you go Sunfire with the new retro Spider-Man? Like, does he need to be bulkier?
Grim Reaper maybe. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt. Just on that note, there's only so much capacity in the line. There's only so much that we can get pinless this or pinless.
Hang on, have you stole Dwight's script?
Yeah, well, listen, that's the thing. All I've had on my brain in the last 24 hours is everything that they've said in pretty much 10 interviews over and over.
All you were missing were the curtains then, and I thought, all you were missing were the curtains, and you were Dwight there. Like,
yeah, no, I should hang them up behind me. But that's the thing, and the thing is as well is that given they got asked so many similar questions and gave such similar answers, I'm trying to, in a way, I am trying to parrot what they said, so that more people get a better understanding, so that less people flood the influencers, if you like, with the same questions that influences what they then ask the guys, just because I think that it would make a big difference to us all. So I think that I understand why they went for Bucky Cap. Would rather it have not been Bucky Cap for obvious reasons. But I get it. I think it's fine. I don't think this is if it was regular Vision, then yeah, I would be.
Also, if it was on regular card as well, considering this is a retro, this is also aimed at people that want to keep on card. Now I know Rectangular hates this because I was in his live stream with Unboxing Art yesterday, and he absolutely despises the fact that we talk about figures on the wall. Look at my wall, Rectangular. Look how beautiful that looks. Come on now. He hates it. But there are people that buy these retro figures just for display. Yeah. So at that point, it's all about what character is represented in the figure. It doesn't really matter what articulation it's got, because you're never taking it out. So if this was
in the box, it looks fine.
Exactly. So if this was in a single normal wave where you have to open it for the builder figure, then I would be more on Cameron's side. I'd be like, nah, this needs to. But with the retro releases, not everybody, I understand some people use the retro as an avenue to pick up the figures they missed. Like I think someone said that they missed Scarlet Witch, so they'll be picking up this version. So everyone has their own. This is what I mean. This is why it's so hard to please the community, because there's no rules. There's no rules to collecting. Everyone has their own thoughts of why they do this and that, and there's no one's right, no one's wrong. It's just sometimes you find something you lean more towards, something you find something you don't like. It's just one of them people. But valid point all the same. Okay, let's keep going. So there's Vision. Okay, so here's the Vulcan artwork by David, which is beautiful, by the way. I've actually entered the competition to try and win this. I probably won't, but there it is. And obviously that revealed that figure, the new pinless figure, completely pinless, new replacement of the Bucky Cap, is going to be Vulcan. Now, I joked with the team in my interview that we're going to call this Bookie Cap 2.0, which was in Parallel's idea, and Dwight seemed very disheartened about it. But this is going to be the Vulcan body moving forward. This is what we refer to it as, completely pinless. A little bit, I think he said a little bit like aesthetically a little bit more pleasing. He was showing it off in the interviews. He posed it next to the retro Spider-Man body. He posed it next to Captain America. And I think he's a little bit taller, like a little tiny bit taller than the Spider-Man figure, which I'm happy with. The articular range looks good. So, first of all, thoughts on the mold, and like, are you happy to see this come to fruition? And do you like Vulcan? Do you like that this could lead to more cosmic X-Men characters?
Yeah, I think there was going into Pulsecon, there were two things I was really hoping that we would get from the Hasbro team, and this was one of them. So I was very, very happy about this in terms of like a confirmation of who the character would be, a definite look at what the body looks like, and I think it's just a thing of beauty, man. Like I would love to see a classic Black Panther on this body. I'd love to see maybe a Daredevil on this body.
So many, ain't there?
Retro body.
They could.
Like, there are so
I made that point. Shout out Batforce Grump to the super chat. Thank you very much.
Batforce Grumps donated $4.99. Hope you boys are well. I'm excited for the new releases because I missed a few older releases. I'm not excited about the Vulcan body.
Power, thank you very much, Batforce Grumps. Much appreciated. He says, hope you're well, boys. I hope you are well, my friend. We're doing good. He says, I'm excited for the new releases because I missed a few of the older releases. I'm not as excited about the Vulcan body. And again, exactly to the point we were just making, the retro figures give Hasbro an opportunity to re-release characters that people previously missed. Like, I've got characters I don't have. It looks like I have everything. I don't. There's certain characters that I don't have. So I always love an opportunity for a reissue, a re-release. So, and yeah, he says not excited about the Vulcan body, which is interesting. But I do think this is the type of figure where we need to get it in hand, don't we, Brandon? We need to get it in hand, pose it up and see for ourselves. Rectangular in the chat says, huge hit for Vulcan, but I wish we got his Emperor version in the near future, which is, he's got like the Shi'ar armor and stuff like on, I believe. So, but yeah, he's the third brother of the Summers brother. I think we need their dad crosshair and we can get Starjammers going. We were talking about that last week, especially, as I said, with the Carol Danvers binary. That's one member of Starjammers. So, this could be, as I said, the gate to more cosmic X-Men characters. Sorry, Brandon, final thoughts on this one?
Final thoughts. Yeah, I mean, I'm not hugely aware of Starjammers and
because you're a young man. Because you're a young man.
Because I'm a young man. What I am happy about is that, like you say, this is, with this binary, they are stepping in that direction. It is pleasing a lot of fans. I'm very happy that those fans are getting that experience. But for me personally, I just am so happy to see this body and to be able to sit here and daydream about all the possibilities with it.
Well, like I was saying before, the Batforce Grump super chat is that I asked Dwight that question. I was like, don't get me wrong, like I want a reissue of like Scott Summers because he's on Bookie Cap constantly. He deserves a better body. Daredevil deserves a better body than the Bookie Cap. Do you know, like, so I want those type of characters reissued on these Hawkeye. Yeah, just there's so many. So like, I'm not mad at the idea of getting upgrades to these figures, but then it also worries me because I don't want to make the figures I've got on the shelf irrelevant. Do you know what I mean? But it's so hard to get that balance because just think, someone had every single Toy Biz figure on the shelf and they were sitting there happy like my Marvel collection looks great. Unfortunately, in 2021, it may hold a little bit of sentimental value, but it's not going to look as good as it could be in this day and age. So at some point, things are going to get upgraded, and because we're in 20th year of Legends. And as I said, Hasbro have been at it now for like nearly a decade. Nearly, not quite, but nearly a decade. Like, we're starting to get to the point where we need to start updating what Hasbro have done in the past, which is crazy. But still, golden age. We're still in the golden age. Devon says Chode Build-A-Figure. That would be great, by the way. He's like a big, sort of looks like Abomination type.
We mentioned him, right?
We've brought him up.
Streams one time.
Yeah, we've brought him up. Rich is always educating the people. Right, moving on. Something I was pleasantly surprised to see, and I'll give you the floor, but MCU figures.
Fists, man. Fists. That's all I saw was fists. I mean, the Sam head is great as well. It doesn't look amazing yet. I feel like this could be one of those that looks a lot better in hand.
I might have some pictures of these.
But for me, it was the fists. The fists for Sam Cap, very, very happy about. Steve Cap, I don't know. I mean, I know why they've done it. You know, that Walmart exclusive was tough to get. We had the international version. The States didn't. So
that gives this. Hang on, keep going. I just need to go and grab mine. I want to show something off.
By the time this drops, it's going to be, you know, 3 years between the original Walmart release and this release. So I get it. The only thing is that this body feels so short. And the funniest thing is when they revealed this, and for a long time it was my favorite Marvel Legend that we've ever had. But and I think the only reason that's been eclipsed is because of all the, you know, innovation since. But the thing is with this, I would have loved, even if it just had just some new legs and new arms maybe, or just new something, just because it is no longer a definitive Legends Captain America. When you put it next to like John Walker Cap, for example, he's just a bit small. Next to Thor, he just feels a bit small. Like I just would like something a bit more oomph if we were going to get another Steve so soon.
Were you saying this guy's short? He's a little bit, isn't he?
Yeah, he's short. There's still the neck hinge. Like the thing is that another Steve Cap, I would have really liked to have seen a new and improved Steve Cap. But you know, it's okay. I'm not in a it would hit my geek spot if they did it, if they did give it a big update, but I'm not too fussed. I think I have this pre-ordered on Pulse. I don't know if I will go through with that pre-order yet, but I did get anything that I really liked, I ordered on Pulse. But I'm not sure if I'll go through with it yet.
Yeah,
what do you think about this one?
Yeah, as I said, I wasn't expecting to see any MCU reveals, so like I'm always happy to know that they're always willing to go back and give us things. Like I know this box set. Let's be honest. For me, the only thing I need in this box set, like you said, is the fists and the the Anthony Mackie head, which I've been asking for since Civil War. Well, since the Winter Soldier, essentially.
Winter Soldier.
And like you said, it's not perfect, but let's get it in hand and see for ourselves. And I still appreciate that we've got the goggles. My eyes, they do nothing. Like I appreciate they're gone. That's a great Simpsons quote, by the way. You need to go and check it out. But for me, yeah, this is like a opportunity. Like they said, it's all about just for, like Dan Yoon said, it's a jump on point for a lot of people. Like they haven't got these Cap figures and they're curious and want to get involved. The only thing that's disappointing is it hasn't got the wings. A lot of people were asking where are the wings, but that's what keeps the Build-A-Figure relevant. That's what keeps people going back to get the Build-A-Figure, because if they like this, now they need the wings. Now go and get the Build-A-Figure, because let's be honest, you still, when you're buying that Build-A-Figure wave, yes, you have to buy Cap again, but that's it. That's it. Only one same figure. Every other figure you're buying to get those wings is a new character. Do you know what I mean? So like, it's not.
100%.
You're still adding to your collection if you buy this and then go back and get the wings. Like, yes, you'll have Falcon again, but now you've got two heads. Display one in a different pose. Display one with the wings in the air, with the goggles. The other one on the ground without the goggles. You know, like that's the type of thing I'd do.
Yeah.
Like, just to find them both in my collection. So I try and find the positives in a situation like this rather than the negatives. But that's my attitude towards collecting. I try and keep it fun rather than sitting here and moaning about reissues.
Absolutely.
They could have gave us these other figures that we don't have. Yes, of course they could have, but it's just not how it works, people. It's a complicated business.
And because the other thing is that for a lot of people, and I'm parroting again here, so bear with me. But for a lot of people, the MCU is the jumping on point for Marvel Legends. It just is. Current entertainment, people watch it, people want it, people want a part of it. They'll see this on a shelf. Lovely. It brings them right into the world of Captain America. Whether you're a Sam Wilson fan or a Steve Rogers fan, it gives you pretty much everything you need.
I hate when people think it's comic versus MCU. It's like, can't you just like both?
Yeah.
I like both. Don't pick or choose.
Like both too, yeah, no, exactly. And I got to be honest, I'm sorry, but without the MCU, you would not be getting the amount of stuff that you're getting now. You just wouldn't. And I'm not. And anyone in the chat that tries me, I will burn you, because it's just not true. It's not true. And like Dan says, the positive here, Sam has a new head, hasn't had it before. He has fists that he's not had before. And if you missed out on that Steve the first time, even still, as much as I would have loved it to have been updated, it's still a really, really nice representation of that character.
Okay, so this is
Chris Evans' head is probably the best in 6-inch.
And they've darkened up the hair at least a little bit as well. The only thing that Cap is missing, right, in my opinion, is a broken shield. Look at this.
Yeah. So that would have been,
So there is
that would have taken it over
the worthy Cap with a broken shield. And I do want to give a massive plug. This was sent to me by Bearded Skull Studios, who's got an Etsy store, and they sell loads of 3D printed goods, like accessories for Legends. He hit me up and said, do you want a shield? I was like, that's the thing. That is literally the thing my Cap is missing. So I'll drop his Instagram in the chat. Go and show him some love. But yeah, look at this shield. Like, it is beautifully like broken. It's all battle damaged. Nice paint on it. Like, it is beautiful, and it really does complete my worthy Cap for my shelf. Now, like we were saying, compared to the Thor and the Iron Man Mark 85, Cap's a little bit too short, but it's still the best MCU Captain America we have, I think, in just my opinion. And like, yes, Hasbro should have gave it this shield, like, easily, like, it's obvious. For whatever reason, they didn't. So, as I said, Bearded Skull Studios can help us out. So, yeah. I also showed this off on my recent review of the Iron Man Mark 85 and stuff. But always like to show love to the people that are showing love to me. So, as I said, much appreciated, my friend. He literally sent me this, right? And a whole bag of like weapon accessories and stuff for Marvel Legends. Like, I've got,
really,
I've got like custom guns and stuff, and yeah, I need to do a video showing them off properly. But as I said, much appreciated. Bearded Skull Studios, thank you very much. Yeah, great stuff. This type of stuff makes me itchy to get a 3D printer and for me to jump on stuff like this, because I'd give up my YouTube. I wouldn't exactly say career, but my free time, I'd probably be spent designing 3D accessories for my Marvel Legends. But okay, moving on from this pack. Surprise, if you don't want it, don't buy it. Simple as that, but it's there if you do.
Absolutely.
It's there as you do. And there it is, Cap and Cap. Right, this one, another update. The box says the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and they're not wrong. There was a flashback in the Falcon and Winter Soldier, but for me, this is a Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, and it's a bit more accurate. Now, I understand they're still using an older book, which is a little bit frustrating, but I'm a sucker for when they give us that better likeness on the head. Like, I know it's such a simple thing, but I'm very OCD. I want the best representation of the live act, because comics, like we were talking about earlier, there's different artists, there's different stylized versions. Comic characters are portrayed in so many different ways from illustrator to illustrator. But the MCU, they're based off actual real people that exist, and they're actors in a film. So there's only one way to do them. Do you know, like, so I want the most accurate version of that actor playing that character on my shelf to represent the thing I love. So even if it's a re-release like this, if it's going to come with an extra head, yes, you can hate me for it. I'm the reason that we get these releases, whatever you want to say. I don't care. I love the opportunity when I can upgrade a character on my shelf. And the Winter Soldier is one of my favorite. It's up there. Do you know what I mean? It's up there for one of my favorite MCU films. So yes, please give me an updated Bucky Barnes. With the actual likeness. He's got the half mask on. He hasn't got the soot in his eyes like the old one did, and didn't even have the likeness anyway. Some actually realistic guns. And look, I'm not, you know me, I'm not taking ACBA. I'm not saying this is the best figure you're going to get for ACBA. I'm saying this is a nice representation of Bucky Barnes. And there's me on my soapbox. Brandon, what do you think?
You know what I will say is that it might not be the most posable figure in the world, but I guarantee you this is going to be the best Sebastian Stan likeness you're going to get at this price point.
Look at that, people.
Even if SHF do the Winter Soldier, like this, I still do not think that the likeness will be as good. I think the only way you're going to get a likeness as good as that is if you pay the full, 25, 30.
someone,
pounds, dollars, whichever.
someone
for
pointed
for
out,
a third-party
and
head.
you will probably be able to help with this. Someone said that is the same Sebastian Stan head that's on the modern short hair Winter Soldier, but with just the wig on.
I did think that.
It
I
looks
wasn't
it.
Sure,
I'm not gonna lie, it looks it.
Yeah, I did think that. I wasn't sure if it was.
I'm not
I
sure.
thought maybe it's just me, but it definitely did look like it. I love that. That head is my favorite.
Yeah, that's
It's
how I
just
display it.
So. I mean, again, I pre-ordered this on Pulse because I don't need it, so I don't know if I will go through with it by the time the release date comes around. But I really love that film. I love this character. And I think that they really nailed it on the head sculpts. The thing that I love about the Legends team is that when they do something that they've done before, they try to do it in a different way. That if you don't want to get it, you don't have to. But if you already got it before, but if you do get it and you had it before, then there is an incentive to get it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I won't put this on my display because the modern Bucky is on my display, but I would still get it just for the fact that those two extra heads. It just looks fantastic. It just the photo real. It wasn't a thing back then. It just is really, really solid.
Thirsty for Chicken says Winter Soldier is the best MCU film. Batforce Grump says 100%. Winter Soldier is my favorite MCU movie. Daniel S says my cousin is my cousin is obsessed with Sebastian Stan, so I always get her his figures. She's going to flip over this one, says Daniel S. Matt says I sold my Civil War bookie earlier this year, so I'm down for this re-release, especially with the new guns. Odd Williams says bookie is defo a hit with the head sculpt is real nice. Avin said I'm glad to get this since I only started collecting this year, and that's exactly why they've re-released figures. People, come on now. We're just a bunch of grumpy old men on the internet moaning that we ain't got things our way. Come on now, you got to be happy for other people. If we don't get people continuing to invest and jump on board and collecting Marvel Legends, we will get to the end of the track sooner. Do you know what I mean? We need people to be consistently jumping on. Right? We need it to happen. Okay, anyway, there's Falcon and Winter Soldier. Beautiful. Nice to see some MCU reveals because I wasn't expecting any. So some flashbacks. And I asked the same question in my interview with the Hasbro team as well. I said, are you going to continue to go backwards and give us missing characters? I even specifically asked them, are we going to get characters from the recent Disney Plus shows, considering Disney Plus is moving pretty quick? Obviously we're going to get Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, Miss Marvel, stuff like that, but you're not going to forget about the characters you're missing from WandaVision. And Dwight and Dan and Ryan were like, of course not, we're going to go back and we're still going to get those characters. And Ryan even mentioned a couple of times in different interviews he likes the He Who Remains, which Brandon, you have got I don't know if you've got it to hand to show off or something, but we need to show that off today as well.
The thing,
you know what I'm talking about, that's worth showing off.
I do. Well, funny story. Go and check out my Instagram for He Who Remains right now.
Yeah, there you
I just posted a picture of He Who Remains. But yeah. They mentioned He Who Remains, Agatha, the Flag Smashers.
Agatha's got to come out, right?
Rambeau.
Agatha, the kids. Give us a new kid book. Use it for the twins, and then you can give us some of the kids from the Fantastic Four. Make it happen. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, look at that. The posing as well, it just fun factor, man. Fun factor.
Okay, shout out the animated crew. As I said, these guys literally made my childhood Saturday morning cartoons. Again, Brandon's too young for this, but if you're in the UK and you're in my age bracket, alive and kicking, you got Zoe Ball. I think it was Andy Peters. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it used to be Rugrats, and then it used to be X-Men animated series. You won't remember Live and Kicking. There's no way.
What's Rugrats?
You know what Rugrats is. Come on, don't start them off. They're bringing that back.
Completely wrong.
No, you're right.
So
No, I can't do it now.
No, it's going on in my head and I can hear it, but I can't reproduce it.
It's the little vowels, isn't it? Not the xylophone. Anyway.
Rugrats in Paris is a classic.
Saturday morning cartoons, bowl of cereal there, watching Alive and Kicking.
Oh, man. Hell yeah.
With watching Rugrats, and after Rugrats, it was the X-Men animated series.
Rugrats and X-Men Evolution.
Yeah. Come on now. But anyway,
this was amazing. Take the floor. It's all you.
Okay, so I don't know if I'm conflicted on this, right? So like,
I could hear Dan scream from here.
No. Like, don't get me wrong, right? I love the X-Men animated show and the Spider-Man animated show. If it wasn't for those type of things, as I said, I wouldn't have even...
We wouldn't be here.
Before I even read a comic, before I even picked up a comic and realised where these characters come from, I was introduced to the world of Marvel through these animated shows, all right? Forgive me, I didn't read loads of comics as a kid. But these introduced me to these characters. And then, of course, as I got older, I started doing digging and appreciated where they come from. All of that. You know the story. Then the MCU, the movies, Blade, X-Men, all of that. You know the story. I've told you as many times. But it all started with these two animated shows. My two shelves, either side of me here, left and right of me. I don't know if you can tell. Let me just go to the big cam. You've got Spider-Man there, like all the animated sort of stuff vibe there. And then you've got X-Men over here, right? They're my two main, like X-Men and Spider-Man. I don't know, I'm doing some weird dance here. But anyway, they're my pride and joys, those two collections, those two franchises. So the fact that we can get actually accurate figures from the animated show is great. I love that. VHS box tapes as well, like nice little gimmick. It's a gimmick, all the same, but it's nice. Another fun collecting point for people. Again, like you could display them all if you wanted to. But for me, they've already started doing retro X-Men figures. We've got Gambit, we've got Rogue, and I know they're not 100% accurate to their animated looks, but they're in their Jim Lee uniforms, which the animated show was based off, and they're close enough for me, right? So for me, again, this is just my opinion. If you don't agree with me, that's absolutely fine. I would rather them at least complete the X-Men team on the orange card backs first, before we start something else new, because for now these are fun, but I'm always going to feel that my orange card backs are missing people. Do you know what I mean? Like this is just my opinion. These are just my thoughts. So like, I want to be really excited about these, but then I was like, oh great, now I've got Rogue, Gambit, Storm on orange card backs that are just like 3 random figures, because now I've got to start a new line with these. But these if they had done this before they started giving me Jim Lee versions than that, I don't know. I'm just rambling. As I said, loads of stuff going on in my head.
I guess the way they see it is that would be Jim Lee comic.
It is. You're 100% right. And this is an example.
This would be
yes,
animated.
You are 100% right.
But at the same time, I am so sure if I took my pin particles and I went and saw Dan from a few years ago and told him this was coming, you probably wouldn't have got the doubles that you got.
This is what, as we were talking about earlier, people have different ways to collect, right? So that little ramble that I've just went on, that's just my tunnel vision, my own preference, my own like thoughts. That does not mean I speak for anybody. That's just my thoughts. But I could, if I take my own little opinions and my own little pet peeves and my own little OCD, because let's be honest, that's what it is. I hate starting a collection that I'm powerless to complete. Do you know when you start a collection and you're like looking for eBay and stuff? If you know those figures are out there, you know it's within your power to complete it. So you're not in a rush. Yeah. You can take your time. You can have some fun hunting things, looking for a good price. But I'm waiting for this collection to be completed that doesn't exist yet. So it's frustrating. Yeah. So like, I find it harder for me to invest in something brand new at a higher price point as well with no Build-A-Figure piece for a box that am I really going to display it? I love the gimmick. It's fun, but am I going to display it? Do you know what I mean? Like,
where would you display it?
I'm not taking figures off the shelf to display cardboard boxes. Like, I love my wall. Like, I know Rectangular hates me, but I love my wall, but you can see the figure. Do you know what I mean? Like, you see the figure, and it's a throwback to the old nostalgic Toy Biz figures. So, like, these cardboard boxes, nice gimmick, nice VHS stylized gimmick, fun concept, but is it necessary? Again, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Of course, I'll buy these. I'm an idiot. I'm buying them. I want the most animated looking X-Men on my shelf. Of course, I'm going to buy them. As I said, I just sort of, everyone was getting really hyped about these, and I just thought, hang on, let's pump our brakes. Let's not get too hyped. Did we need them? Like, would you have brought Mr. Sinister on the retro cut? Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever. I don't know. Ignore me. Please, you tell me your thoughts on these.
It's tough, man. I mean, look, I pre-ordered both, again with Pulse, because the thing I love about Pulse is that it gives me options, right? Pulse in the UK, I cannot speak highly enough of. You buy something, sometimes you'll get it in 12 hours, right? Like if I bought something at 10 o'clock at night, sometimes it's here by 10 o'clock the next day. Rarely, but usually within 24 hours. Let's say that, right? It dispatches same day, you get it the next day. And so I've really grown to love how Pulse operates here. I'm putting in more pre-orders with them because I can put in the order, cancel the order at my leisure. It helps me to know that I've secured something, but if I change my mind down the road after some reviews, then I don't need to buyer's remorse or anything like that. I can change it. It's a lovely way of buying things. But I don't know, man. Do I need these?
Look, let's be honest. Do I need any of this? Do I need any of the thousands of pounds I've spent on this? Do I need any of it?
Yeah.
No, I don't need it. But this is my hobby. This is what I enjoy. I enjoy the thrill of the hunt. I like the chase. I like the collection. It's nostalgic. We don't need these. So it frustrates me when I say it to myself all the time. Do I need these? Let's be honest. The straight up answer is no, we don't. But we want them. And we get one lifetime. We get one life, right, on this planet. But spend it doing the things you like. Do you know what I mean? I enjoy little plastic people on the shelf. Do you know what I mean? Leave me alone.
Yeah.
So do we need them? No. Do I want them? Yes.
I meant it from like, is it? Let me rephrase. Is it necessary to add these to my collection? I don't know.
Okay. Here's my point. Right.
The thing is that I think I will. What I think I will do is that I think I've got them both on pre-order. As we get closer toward the pre-order date, I will sell the existing versions of these that I have and make room for the new versions. You can't see the figures from there's no window box packaging kind of thing, so I will not be getting double of these to keep in or anything.
The good thing that is a good thing because you can take the figure out and still display the box without it looking wrecked. So that is a good thing.
And I do prefer the cell shading. I do prefer the animated styling. My X-Men shelf is based on the 90s Jim Lee team, is based on the 90s animated series, as much as I love X-Men Evolution. So I think this is the way to go for me personally. But I think that, like Ryan has said a few times over the last couple of days, this won't be a one-and-done thing. It also won't be the whole team done in the space of 18 months. The team will probably take a few years to finish. And which is normal for us with Legends, given how much is coming out. But I think that this will be the new, my new X-Men team on the shelf. I think it will just be a matter of, for me personally, I like to clear out and bring the new in,
Let's go.
I go.
Let me go back.
Sort of horde.
Let me go back to Jubilee, right? So there's Jubilee, the version we've got currently, right? So the difference is what? Green, the gloves. Different heads.
Blue and pink gloves.
Yeah, different heads.
The Caliban, is it Caliban?
I can't remember. But my point is, they're so similar. For me, I was happy with these as my Jim Lee X-Men. Do you know, like?
Yeah,
so,
me too.
So, I don't know. I'm very conflicted with this line.
It's actually quite hilarious that. So I didn't get the Tri-Sentinel wave, the House of X wave, until it went on sale. I avoided the AOA waves, as you know, because they're cool, but they're not my definitive version of the X-Men. So I've been sitting quite happy in the last sort of 6 months to a year, knowing that my Jim Lee team is pretty much done and dusted and complete, and because to me it's like, oh, I don't really need to pick up any X-Men figures for a while because my team is done. And here they are redoing the team already, in a great way. Don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining, but it's just there's a sweet irony to the fact that I thought I was done with X-Men, really. Yeah. But I'm obviously not. So
I'm just jumping to the chat real quick. Sorry, some interesting points. Rich says, I don't know if the fact that they've gone into these VHS makes me wonder that if the retro X-Men figures maybe didn't sell as well as they hoped. Well, to be fair, the figures they put in those X-Men retro lines weren't the most popular either, to be fair. Rogue and Gambit and Storm an exception, but did people really want that black Wolverine? And let's be honest, right? if they'd released any other Wolverine, people would have complained, oh no, not another Wolverine. Oh, for God's sake, can't we get more characters, not Wolverine again? But because it's an animated Wolverine with a bloody picture frame, everyone's like, yes, finally Wolverine. And it's like, come on, they've got us hook, line and sinker. Cheeky Monkey says, I have that conversation with Jay all the time. Do you need them? He always says no, but he still buys them anyway. Yes, it's the truth. Jay on the Grind says, just sell your old ones. And Jay, you're completely right. I could, but I don't know. I'm just got OCD. Like, I always justify keeping things. It's a problem, I'm aware. But as I say, ignore me. I just use this as an opportunity to vent and get my thoughts out there, because Amanda doesn't want to listen. I try and tell her, I'm like, Amanda, do I need these VH8 Wolverine like versus this Jim Lee version? She doesn't care, so I tell you guys instead. Rich M with a super chat. Let me let Friday read that out.
Rich M donated £5. Lies. Brandon was the first one in the UK with an Omega Sentinel.
Rich says lies. Brandon was the first one in the UK of the Omega Sentinel, the very rare Omega Sentinel. If you go to your local Smiths, there's probably only 20 left, so get them while you can.
Hilariously, I was there today and they had about 3 or 4 on the shelf. But was I the first one? I thought I was second, just behind Rich.
Did Rich import it? Rich was there doing customs of that before I even had mine in hand.
Before any of us.
Yeah, Rich was already painting his up, making it more accurate before I even got mine. Probably need to send mine off to Rich to get more accurate. Anyway, retro again. Take away all my weird thoughts. The concept is fun, right? I love the animated shows. So the fact that we can get accurate animated versions of these figures in a fun new way, is nice. It's just that it pains me that we're getting figures in boxes, and instead of them being the cheaper price point like the army builders, we're actually paying more without a build-a-figure piece. It does frustrate me.
And that's I don't know. That's the only thing that I really like. Look, the whole what about logistics and stuff? You know, just people just take a chill pill, read the news.
Look, I'm not going to argue with. I can't be asked to complain about prices. Me complaining about prices is not going to change the Hasbro prices. No, I'm not talking to you. I'm just talking to anyone who's listening. I'm as in like, I know, I understand. I don't constantly moan about the prices. I agree with you the amount of time. Figures are getting expensive, but what can I do about it? Nothing. So it's like,
but that's what I really would love to know. Why they're £27?
Look, there you go, £27, and if you haven't got free shipping as well, you're paying shipping on top of that, and you're not getting a Build-A-Figure piece.
And I mean, is it? I like to think I know about these things, but I don't really know. Nothing. And that's the thing. But I still bloody pre-order them anyway. You know, it's tough. It is really tough because I don't, you know,
Max,
I can, don't get me wrong, I could sit here and convince myself all day long. I tell you what, if we'd had pinless arms, hell yeah, I see it.
No, this is the same old Wolverine, it's a great book though, but it is the same Wolverine book.
Amazing. Yeah, just different head sculpts, new claws, fun accessory. So, you know, there's a lot of reason here to get it, but as a UK collector, I'm starting to see prices that it was going back, what are we now? Maybe 2017 was the last time I saw that we had prices like this. And that was at the time because there were a lot fewer retail stores, and those retail stores had to import from either the US or Hong Kong, and therefore we were paying £25 per average figure. But, you know, I don't mind for the tentpole stuff, you know, every summer that we have to pay a little bit more. But to see the prices creeping so much is a bit of a turn off.
I'm looking at the more I look at these as well. Like we were talking earlier about how our comic legends all fit aesthetically on a shelf. Yeah, they all look like they come from the same world. Now you start adding the cell shading, they're going to stick out like a sore thumb compared to any comic display. So these are going to have to be their own separate display to stylize fit together. Like. I don't know.
And which is a really interesting point, because the other thing I just thought to myself is that we're about to get a very, very busy year, right? We're going to get at least 4 MCU waves because we got, we did have 4 MCU movies, but you know, but I would still maintain we're going to get 4 MCU waves because you got Disney Plus in there as well. So let's say you get three movie waves, 2 Disney Plus waves. That's already 5 MCU related waves. Throw in the fact that we're going to get, a tentpole summer series. Throw in the fact that you got the exclusives along the way. My point is that if it comes to a point where, I'm running so tight a budget ship that something's got to jump ship, this is going to be the first to go.
Yeah, we shall see.
It's great, but I can't justify it as much.
I feel like I've been very negative towards these, and I don't want to. But as I said, like I just use this as an opportunity to think out loud. So sometimes I realize, not that I watch these back, but sometimes I realize, I'm chatting too much shit. I should really think before I speak. But the problem is I love talking. I don't know if you could tell, I made a YouTube channel for that reason. Just shit comes out my mouth constantly. So sometimes I regret what I say, but my first thought when I seen these is you've still got retro cards. Finish that first. Finish a team on retro before you start new. That was my first instinct.
Mini Plastic Multiverse says, "Why was that bloody pig nearly 60 pounds?"
I know, and Rectangular says, they're overcharging these damn figures because they know people will pay it. Nostalgia is a drug, and that's true. I've never smoked crack. I've never done weed. I've never done any type of drug. I've never been that type of guy. But nostalgia. Hook it to my veins, put it in my eyeballs, nostalgia. I don't know what it is, people. I don't know. But I brought that bloody pig as well, Tom. Don't worry about it. Just use the lunchbox and make some money from it.
It's interesting. I think and that's. I would love to just hear from the chat for a minute. Are we being negative or are we being balanced? Because I really, really, I think
we're just having a conversation. We're just having a conversation.
Yeah,
we're just talking out
loud. Just
look, it looks fun. It looks fun and nostalgia, and it's just as I said, new people coming on, people that are just fans of the animated show, and they just don't have to worry about any other legends, any Build-A-Figure waves. They can just buy these.
Exactly.
I completely get it. Honestly,
I think it is lovely.
I do get it. I do get it, and I don't hate it. I was just speaking for me. For me, because I'm all in on legends. I think, oh no, something else. I only got so much because I want to spend some money on some of these other reveals that ain't legends. And we will get into that. So let's rush through some of these now. So there you go. There's Wolverine. Looks great. It does.
It does. It's so good. And the thing, just one last point, is the precedent that it sets. Right? The other animated series, X-Men Evolution, Earth's Heroes might get a look in, somewhere down the line as these kind of pave the way.
And I appreciate that. Cloud says, no negativity from you. It's a discussion. It's very real. And it really is. As I said, this is unfiltered. You know what I mean? I can't go back and edit this. I am literally just blur. So, as I said, 130 people here listening to me just blur. So I appreciate it.
Rich says you wouldn't be this miserable if it was Evolution Wolverine and his orange cow.
It's true.
He's right. It's true. If it was X-Men, if they were doing the same thing with X-Men Evolution, I would be sitting here exactly as Rectangular said, and I would be injecting that nostalgia. I would be buying 2 of each.
Told you, hook it to my veins. I'm ready. I'm ready to go. 20th anniversary. There you go.
I'm going to get one of these. I think I'm probably going to get 2 of these by the time we're done. I'm skipping Iron Man. Don't need another Iron Man.
You're not getting one just to keep on card? Just to get the 4?
No, don't need it. Don't need it. I did it with the 80th anniversary one. Don't need it with this one. I'm tempted. I probably will do by the time it drops. FOMO will get to me.
I wanted to ask Dwight if that yellow matches the yellow from the other Iron Man. Where is he? He's up here. I thought I read it. I should have written it down so I remembered when I had him on the interview. But I wanted to ask Dwight. I might just message him and go, does the yellow on this one match the yellow on this one? Yeah. Because I want to make sure I can still use the helmets, so I can display the pointy helmet and the other helmet. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to have to.
Yeah, message him. I'm sure he'll be more than happy to help.
But so they never showed. Surprisingly,
Dwight showing off figures is a real highlight in those interviews, by the way. And on the streams, I love it when he's like, "Oh, here he is."
Yeah, he's literally got so many stuff we haven't seen just piled in front of him.
Yeah.
I swear in one of the interviews he said, "Oh, I nearly showed you something."
He sits in. That little cubicle that he sits in when they do it from the office is just unbelievable.
That's what I wanted my display to look like. By the way, is his Dwight's display. Yeah, okay. So I was going to say regarding this 20th anniversary line, so the facts are, and we've got this confirmed now. It's not a full wave that's all going to get released at the same time. Each figure is going to get released sporadically throughout the year, and they are re-releasing Wave 1, which is obviously Cap, which will come first. Here's come at the start of the year. And then we get Iron Man a little bit later on, and then yet to be seen, we're going to be getting Toad and Hulk. But we don't know, we haven't seen them yet. We don't know what accessories, we don't know what version of Toad, we don't know anything yet. I was really surprised that this weekend they revealed this and didn't bloody show us Toad. Like, here's now like the white whale. He's like, we need to see Toad. Like, it's crazy that character has risen to the top of so many people's like, show us Toad. Like, ridiculous. But that's what they've done to us. 20 years and we haven't had a reissue of Toad. But it's going to happen. And I like the throwback packaging, as I said. But this is a nice cap. Like, we did want that cap on a lighter blue. He's got lots of accessories. Like, I don't mind paying more when there's more with the figure, if that makes sense. And did I need the standard?
He has everything he needs to have.
Yeah, I agree.
You got both fists. You got the open hands. You got the salute. You got the pointing finger.
Steve Rogers' head, the straps, the new bullet holes in the shield with the electric, the swoosh. Shout out Robo effect for the shield. As I said, and
the unmasked cowl as well that sits around the neck.
And if you want to display it on a stand and with the backdrop, you can, because with the comic backdrop, it actually looks all nice. And if you're not a big collector, you don't have all of this craziness. You've got one shelf. You could pose all four of these with their card and with them on. So I get it. Not hating on these at all. I was just surprised we genuinely didn't get to see all four. But I guess it's because the others are still being made, still putting together. I don't know. But Iron Man comes with a little bit less than I expected. After what we've seen with Cap, Cap comes with quite a lot. I expected Iron Man to come with a little bit more. What did I expect? I don't know. But I expected a little bit more. Where is he? There's Iron Man. And nice Tony Stark head as well. Some people prefer the other one, but yeah, interesting. There's the card back. But anyway, let's keep going. And I think there's one more reveal at the end, which was villain. So at the start of the stream, they had a vote. Villain, #villain.
Listen,
won the vote.
You all let me down.
Who did you vote for? Hero.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the namesake.
Who may have been the hero?
Oh, Blue Marvel. You think it was Blue Marvel?
Oh.
Well, interesting. If people knew if it was Blue, they should have just told us what characters people wanted to see, and they would have then showed us the character.
Yes.
Because
I would love that.
I don't think people wanted to see Despair. They wanted to see an A-list villain. They wanted the Mandarin or someone like that, not Despair.
Yeah.
But Despair is a again. I like adding new characters to the shelf, and I think he looks nice.
It looks cool. I think is it pinless? I think it is pinless, right? I can't quite tell.
The digital renders don't always have every point of articulation either. The digital render of Vulcan doesn't have the thigh cut, but he does have a thigh cut. Doesn't have the boot cut, but he does have a boot cut. So these digital renders are a little bit misleading, but he just looks good. Black and white villain.
And this for me as well it's in that sort of high evolutionary psycho man, new villain kind of category that it's not someone I'm super familiar with, but it's a really cool new character addition to the shelf, like you say.
Yeah, I like adding new characters, regardless if I know them or not. To be honest, do I know much about Despair? Not really, but it's a new character. I can learn about him.
I'm laughing inside, imagining that. Imagine they're sitting there lurking right now, thinking, the hero wasn't going to be Blue Marvel, but nice try.
Okay, so keeping on Marvel before we get into something else. We will get into Star Wars. I see Cat Lives is in the chat. He wants to hear Brandon's thoughts on Star Wars. So let's get through these. So only a couple reveals, right? This may be. I'm just going to say it now, right? This was my favorite reveal from Marvel this weekend.
Too.
I was
100%.
Chef's kiss. This is what I wanted. This was my most wanted Iron Man, and not Iron Man. This is my most wanted Spider-Man alternative suit. Do you know what I mean? We got the armor in the retro wave, which I wanted. I wanted that Mark 1 armor with the silver. That was what I wanted. This and this to come in the same. We're gonna have both, but this time next year I'll have both of these on a shelf. This is beautiful.
I can't wait for this. I seeing this. I almost I was close to tears, happy tears. This thing is just unbelievable. This was this is one of those moments where it's like generally I get very happy and very excited about Legends because, you know, Dwight said it best on one of the things today or yesterday, that there is no line that gives the depth and breadth of characters at the quality that you get at the price point you pay than Legends does. So you come to expect a level of excellence from them, but something like this, it just is like, you know, infinity and beyond amazing. Like this was just like, wow. I mean, that, I'm sorry if whoever paid, you know, for that Revoltech ugly looking thing, I'm sorry.
Poor Tanner. Poor Tanner's sat there with both of his on his hand. Tanner's holding both of his black and gold one. Look, his red and gold one.
I would say about almost any Revoltech figure, maybe with the exception Iron Man, is ugly, and in my opinion. And this thing, you know, let's say
Tanner's literally just said, "Does this mean Dan's not picking up the Yamaguchi?" probably now. I saved myself 90 quid. Sorry, Tanner. I did really want it.
Yeah. And that's it. I mean, look, it just, yeah. In my opinion, this is the bee's knees.
Free Waldo's Comic Accurate debuted in Civil War. I believe that's where I remember it from. Tony gave it to Peter at the start of Civil War. He was trying to sweeten Peter up, basically, to get him to reveal himself. You know the story. But anyway, I love this armor. Yeah. Very happy to have it in Legends form. There was like a not official Legends one out from Hasbro a while ago. I don't think it was official Legends, but it was a Hasbro Spider-Man figure. I think it was probably in line with one of the Tobey Maguire movies. I don't know. Either way, we've had this once in figure form before, but it was really outdated, like not worthy of being on your shelf anymore. It was okay probably at the back of a Spider-Verse display, but this guy's worthy of being right front and center. Like, this is beautiful. My favorite reveal of the weekend. Would you say yours as well?
Oh yeah, 100%. This was just absolutely amazing.
So you'll notice they didn't show us any box. That's usually because it could be part of a wave or a builder figure, or it's part of a 2-pack. If it was a single release that was like a single figure, they'd probably show us the box. But because they didn't show us the box, sort of doesn't give us really any hints of where it's going to be. And Ryan even said we're not revealing where it's going. So that could be him double bluffing us, saying, oh, it's not in a wave, it's in a 2-pack, 3-pack, whatever. So where we will see this, I don't know where this is going to get released, but wherever it is, I'm buying it. It could be there to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Spider-Man in 2022. There could be a Spider-Man box set with loads of different iterations of Spider-Man, and this could be one of them. This, because you know they love a re-release, right? So they could have a box set that's a Spider-Man box set with a couple of re-releases, but then you put this as the new figure in there, which makes everyone spend £100 on a new box set to get figures they've already got, but they just need this one. Do you know, like, that's how the game is. It's the toy business. I don't know.
Oh, you know, I would love if this was a 2-pack Iron Spider with the Civil War Iron Man on that bleeding edge.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Oh man.
Or an Aunt May. We'll take Aunt May as well.
Or Aunt May. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's keep. Is that? Oh no, wait.
There's one more. There's one more. They showed this. Now this brings me back to the point. This brings me back to the point about cell shading though. Like, I need to see this in hand is my point. But again, it's not. That VHS line is definitely going to be interesting to keep an eye on anyway. Like, as I said, I'm very intrigued. I will get itchy. I will get it. But again, like, I don't know. I'm conflicted. But anyway, yes, there's all your stuff. Okay, thank you very much for striding with the super chat. I'll let Friday read that out.
Donated $5. The Marvel Legends Iron Spider arms looks weak compared to Revo, but I'll get this one as well, and I have the Revo.
Yes, so Striding says the Spider-Man arms look weak compared to the Revo, but I'll get this one as well as the Revotech. So yeah, the amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech one is amazing, by the way. Like, I've got the Iron Man Revoltech figure up there on the top. You probably can't see him, he's up there. I wanted to get the Iron Man as a companion piece, but by the time I went to buy it, it was sold out everywhere. This guy's probably going to stop me from looking for it hard, to be honest. Like, but it's not. I'm not saying that's a bad figure. I'm not saying you should pick either or. It's just nice to know that there's options out there. That's all, because it's a great armor. And as I said, Tanner's got 2, so we don't want Tanner to feel too bad. But again, Revoltech looks nice. Let's get into some Star Wars then. Brandon, this is the part of the show where Brandon educates me on characters I've never seen before in my life. but I like learning people. I'm a fan of education, so I'm ready for it. Let me just make sure I get all my graphics up. So we've got the Pulsecon reveals. Okay. So I'm going to go straight to the 6-inch stuff. Okay. So we're going to go to Saturday, right? Pulsecon. Or Friday, I think Star Wars was maybe. Anyway, Pulsecon. So we're getting in 6-inch form. Mandalorian. Take it away, Brandon.
Oh man, look at this. I mean, I could not form a single sentence due to my excitement. By the looks of it, I think Boba is all pinless. I love that head sculpt. I think there is an amazing quality here. I think this is going to be in the running for one of my top 10 figures of next year. The only thing that sucks is that it's a summer 2022 release date.
Everything that's been revealed is like July and June and everything, isn't it? Like.
So I don't know if they're saying that because it's a long way off, and so hopefully if it arrives, under promise and over deliver kind of.
That's
thing.
what they should do. That's what they should do.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, to me this should be a Q1 figure. Like if
Book of Boba.
If the Book of Boba drops, and we don't have this figure in hand, it will be annoying.
Are we going to get flashbacks to what he was doing from the Starlight Pit? Not the Starlight Pit.
We haven't even seen a trailer. Anything comes out in 2 months.
So obviously, spoiler alert: at the end of Mandalorian season 2, he sits on the throne, right? So like
Jabba's throne.
Yeah. So is it going to be? I'm assuming it's going to be a continuation from there, but then also give us flashbacks to how he got to where we seen him in Mando. Like, where's he been all this time? It's got to be, right?
Yeah, I think the sort of the synopsis that they've given is that basically Boba takes Jabba's throne or Jabba's palace and goes hunting to get back at all the people in the underworld that did him wrong, basically.
Okay, cool.
Which is like a whole string of bounty hunters.
I love the concept, not going to lie. I've always been intrigued of the bounty hunters from Return of the Jedi when they're all sat, not Return of the Empire Strikes Back, they're all stood there.
SHF are bringing theirs out, I think, either the end of December or the end of January. And so I can imagine that for a lot of people, there will be a big decision for them about, which one they go for, or probably knowing them, just like
both.
Me, they'll go for both.
Yeah, that one will tie you over until you get this one, and then you can sell on or whatever you want to do.
Or either way. I mean, I think it probably will be both. I got to be honest, because this is just. I think it just looks. Actually, hold on. I think the SHF Boba is him fully painted and with the armor back.
Yeah, it is. And then it's Mando. Yeah.
So to be fair, they're two different looks. So I will 110% be going for both.
Mark Tat says Brandalorian is up for the Mandalorian. I like what he did there.
Yeah. But this is amazing. This was probably my third favorite Star Wars reveal.
Oh, that means his first and second are still to come. All right.
Sorry, let me take that back. That was my second favorite.
Oh, okay. Wow. Still, first is still to come. Let's keep going. Is this your first choice?
No, but this is great. This is very welcome. I really
Bill Burr.
Mayfeld I really enjoyed him in the in Mandalorian season 2. I think the likeness looks amazing. Pins in the legs, okay. Doesn't have double jointed elbows, okay. But I'm not going to be doing an amazing amount of posing with this guy, and I think the likeness more than makes up for it. So I think this is great.
Are we correct in saying that every single person wanted Mayfeld in his season 1 outfit with the guns off the harness? Or are there people out there that actually wanted this version?
I think I definitely.
Isn't this is the quicker version to do for Hasbro? I get it, but let's be honest, we all wanted the other one.
To do for Hasbro, and me personally, if I was gonna pick,
I've just got 0, right? Like I'm still buying Mandalorian stuff, right? So I've just got 0. So I wanted Mayfeld in his season 1 look because I love the holsters off his gun. He reminds me of a Lego figure that used to be able to do that. Do you know, I wanted the guns coming off his shoulder so he could hold two guns off his shoulder. That's just very toyetic. Do you know what I mean?
It is. I think for me, I I would have chosen this one just because of the pure emotion and his performance in that episode.
Okay, you've went too deep. I just wanted good toys. You went deep.
Yeah, like for me, like the ACBA, just the still shots. Like, I'll give you an example. Cap Lives uses this like a forest diorama, and I could just see him doing a picture that is like a still image of Mando, Boba, Mayfeld, and whoever else is there. Like, and it just would really capture that moment from that scene in, is it Jeddah? I think they are Jeddah. JDHA is the planet they're on with that.
You're asking me? Yeah, of course it is, Brandon. Didn't you know that?
Like that. Yeah. But for me, the main thing here is the likeness. I think it's a great likeness. And so
what's hilarious, right? Most people, we've got 133 people here, right? And most of us here are action figure collectors. Most of us here would love the concept of us being an action figure, adding ourselves to the shelf, being a part of this little mini universe we're building. Bill Burr probably thinks this is a stupid idea, and he thinks we're all weirdos. But here's the one with an action figure. Like, it's like, damn you, Bill Burr. But anyway, that's what happens when you get a Star Wars franchise.
The other thing is I imagine they would have done this one knowing that everybody wants a season one. So they'll do that and then do season one.
Yeah, of course. Now this one.
People gave this a lot of heat because they said, it doesn't justify being a deluxe. Get out, man.
Okay, let's ignore that. Let's ignore that. Let's just talk about the figure. Is it a good figure?
Exactly, and that's why I would tell people to get out, because look, it's all pinless, it is all new sculpt. There's a whole of deco on there, a lot of unique deco on there. You know, brand new tooling. That likeness is amazing. I'm sorry, but I think this thing is well worth the money.
Is this your first?
I think it is.
Your first?
No.
Okay. Oh, first is still to come. Okay, this is even made third. This is third place.
Yeah. This is maybe fourth place, probably. I would put it.
I think this looks really good. I think the colours pop. Clearly, it's still got that Mando armor as well, but it's the ratty Mando armor. The likeness, like you said, is really nice. He's got the jetpack. He hasn't got the flame effects like we got with the Return of the Jedi Boba. That literally is on my display right there, looking at me right now. It would have been nice to have those jetpacks, but again, like, just have him standing there. I'll probably have him holding the helmet, because if you got him, you got to display the head.
That likeness is unbelievable. Really, really unbelievable.
As I'm still all in for Mandalorian stuff, so I'll be getting these. I think. Well,
and how many Mandalorian Black Series figures have you opened?
I've got some on the shelf. Got 3. The rest are in the box.
You have a gold mine sitting there, mate.
I do. It's the Cave of Wonders. Right, let me skip through some of this reveals. These are all 3 3/4 inch stuff.
TVC.
Still a lot of people's go-to scale for Star Wars, so not hating on it at all. Nice little army builder pack if you're into that scale.
And I got to be honest, they put amazing quality out for 3 3/4 inch.
Is that all they revealed for 6 inch? Apart from obviously the Haslab. Let's jump to the Haslab.
There's the Haslab. I think they also showed off some Galaxy's Edge, theme park packs, but nothing amazing.
Okay, so let's skip them and talk about Rancor, because no one's heard your thoughts on the Rancor now it's been revealed. What are you saying?
The Rancor, I think it looks great. I think if you're an originals diehard, you grew up on those movies, you remember sitting you remember being a kid sitting in the cinema at 10 years old watching this movie, Return of the Jedi. I think that this is a dream come true. Personally, I don't have the space or the want really for it.
Interesting. So you're going to be skipping this.
I think FOMO would probably be my main reason if I did back it.
Let's get some commentary on this video, Brandon. What can you see it? Yeah, what you saying? So there he is, live action.
That's the thing. I don't know why we didn't get to see a painted model yet. I assume there's good reason behind it.
Paint is on annual leave.
Paint is on annual leave. Paint is stuck overseas.
He's on a shipping container, just sat there in a crate. Going, what's going on?
Yeah. Waiting to be used.
42 inches wide.
Look at that. 42 inches wide, 27.
Size matters to some people, Brandon.
Reach. Yeah. 400 points. Did I see somewhere of articulation? Did someone say?
No, 400? That's crazy. That's too much.
No, maybe it's 40 points. I can't remember. But I remember someone saying
45 points. 400? Bloody hell.
Yeah. I'm tired. 45 points of articulation. I mean, the more I see it, the more I'm like, that
does look good. Like if I was all in on Star Wars, I think this would look good.
Yeah. If I had the space, I would do it. If I had like a garage that had, you know, a corner that I could build into the Jabba's palace, kind of like
That'd be so good. Like
diorama.
literally, you could have him underneath it
Yeah,
and all the
like
figures on
literally.
top.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
literally what they're showing there. If I could do that, I would get it and I would love it. If I only collected Black Series and I didn't collect any other line, I would get it. I think that this is a phenomenal start for Black Series to Haslab. I really hope that they give us something prequel oriented. In particular, a Republic gunship. If you're listening, Hasbro. But I think it's great. I think it's really great.
Well, so far it's on
And I'm very
3,822.
excited to see what Future Me does.
Well, Brandon, you have 39 days, 3 hours and 20 minutes. So we will come back to you and we'll see what you did. Place your bets now in the chat, people. Is Brandon going to end up backing this or not? All right, let us know your thoughts.
I had a conversation with myself about it where I said, well, you know, it doesn't charge you till the end of the backing period, so why don't you just back it now? If you want to cancel before, you cancel before. The reason why I decided not to is because I know that once I do back it, it will be very, very hard for me to walk away and unback it. So I'm trying to make sure I make the right decision.
Tom also says the Razor Crest and the recent Haslab were both shown unpainted to begin with as well. Yeah, that's just the way they like to do it, I guess, maybe.
I suppose.
Because maybe that's an extra thing they get to reveal. They can make a big fuss about it when they show you the painted one, even though they've sat there with the pictures already. It's just an extra little reason for marketing, maybe. But anyway, there's the Rancor. There were some reveals as well during the premium. So is this where your favourite?
1 and 2.
Oh, okay, cool. So let's go through these then. So again, I'm just going through the panel. So I believe this is a Rogue One Stormtrooper of some sort. What's the official name of this Stormtrooper? Do you know?
I think it's the Jeddah. I think it's the Jeddah. The Jeddah Stormtrooper. I think.
There's no notes here, unfortunately, so I don't know. But I know it's Rogue One, and you're probably right. It's definitely like a patrol type of Stormtrooper, like Jeddah Patrol. So I can't read it; it's too small.
Yeah, I think it is Jeddah Patrol Stormtrooper. But again, this is great. I mean, this is really great. People should get 2, 3, 4 of these. You know, absolutely.
Just another variation of a Stormtrooper for army building. It's there if you want it. It's there if you don't. Easy.
But it's on the new Stormtrooper body, which
makes
nice.
It, desirable.
So worth the money as well. In my opinion, those new Hasbro Stormtroopers are better than import Stormtroopers, in my opinion.
Just go back to the previous question I asked the chat, Brandon, just because I thought this was funny. The chat are saying, Terry says, yes, FOMO, to Brandon will back the Razor Crest. The Wolf Mother, shout out the Wolf Mother, says, Brandon will eventually cave, don't fight it. Bat4 Scump says, Brandon will not back it. Mr. Williams says, I don't think Brandon will back it. Rush is talking about the Proton Pack. He said the Proton Pack is more expensive but has more backers than the Rancor in less than 24 hours. That the watchers just came out of nowhere watching us. Yeah, that's a bit weird, isn't it? But again, people want that Proton Pack.
Because they say in the comics that the Watcher oversees, what is it, like all important events or something like that, all important moments in time.
I thought you were about to say that you have backed the Proton Pack, but not the Rancor. You're like, oh no, I've definitely backed the Proton Pack.
Yeah.
Have you
in the first 48 hours?
Of course,
so I could get the goo.
The goo, nice. Yeah. The Rancor and his keeper says hit Damien. Jedi Patrol Trooper. So I was virtually right, wasn't I? Close.
You know what would make me definitely get it? It probably won't happen if they put a Jabba in there with a Hutt Slayer layer. Oh man, I would get it.
I'd back it then because that would make it. That's an instant display, isn't it? Brandon, who's this little Alf?
The whole thing. So this is Omega, as she likes to call herself.
Oh, it's a she. Okay.
Yeah, this is I'll give you some I'll give you some insight. So Jango Fett names Boba Fett.
Yeah.
But the Kaminoans who cloned Boba named him Alpha.
Okay.
So Alpha is the first. Boba is the first clone, the original clone. an unaltered clone, so he grows, normally he doesn't have all the different modifications that other clones have. Omega is the final clone. So Alpha, Omega, I think is basically like first and last. Omega is a female. She's the only female clone of Jango Fett. The Bad Batch find her on Kamino when they come back after the Clone Wars ended. And she wants to get away from Kamino, so she runs along with the Bad Batch, and they have an amazing season 1, season 2 to come out next year. So this is great.
I would never have guessed that this is a clone of Jango Fett. Crazy.
So really interesting character, really well done by the Hasbro team here. I like that they packed in different bits and pieces with her, from different parts of the first few episodes.
So are these all like directly from the cartoon? This Pokemon and the mask type thing, yeah.
Yeah. So the animal, the creature they meet. I think maybe 3, 4, 5 episodes in, something like that. The mask she wears on a planet that they stop at, I think 3 or 4 episodes in. So this is really great. I think they've really captured her likeness here. Usually the translation from animation to live action for Black Series can be a bit jarring, but I think this looks fine. Interestingly enough, so her hair here is tied back. So that sort of tiara thing that she has, it comes on to, it's not a tiara, but like that headpiece is holding her hair back. A few episodes in, she takes that off and her hair comes down. So I imagine that by the time season 2 comes around, we will probably get another version of Omega down the road, which, more than happy to get as well. But this is great. This was my number 2.
Oh, interesting. We still ain't got to your number 1. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, no, wait. Did I say Boba was number 2?
Yeah, you said Boba was number 2. Is this your number
Boba,
1?
Omega. This is number 1.
Okay, this is
Boba, Omega, and this one. They're 1, 2, and 3.
So this is this the last member of the Bad Batch, or is this an extra member?
This is the last member of the Bad Batch. So you've got they finished the core team this year, which was Hunter, Crosshair, Tech, and Wrecker. And this is Echo. He and Omega are kind of your additional 5th and 6th members.
So from the episodes you made me to watch, the debut of the Bad Batch from the Clone Wars, their mission is looking for the signal of this guy, right? Echo. They thought he was dead, but he's alive via some tech type thing. Yeah,
and at the end of that story arc, Echo joins the Bad Batch, and then you don't see him in this outfit until the Bad Batch itself. But they nailed it here. His likeness is really, really good. The arm is really, really good. Even that pose is really, really good. And Black Series typically don't do amazing promotional posing shots, but typically, but they really, really nailed it here.
The Bad Batch crew will look for a very nice display once you've got them all lined up. Yeah. They are all quite different, even though they're all similar in design in regards to their uniform. They are all their characteristics purposely are all very different, which will make for a nice display.
Just on this note as well, if there's anyone watching who's in the UK who has a sealed Black Series Hunter, and they don't want it, please let me know, because I had a sealed Hunter and then I opened it for something else, and then I meant to go back and get another one, and then I forgot. So if someone has one, let me know.
Oh, I'll go and check my Smiths. I swear there was still Bad Batch figures at Smiths. Here's the one with the sort of tattoo on his face, right?
Yeah.
And the bandana, the red bandana. Yeah, I'll check. I'll have a look for you. Okay, so this was not your number 1. Mando was number 2.
This is number 1. Boba was 2. Omega was 3. What's his name? Timothy Oliphant was 4.
Yeah.
What's his name again?
Cobb Vance.
Yeah, Cobb Vance. Yeah, Cobb Vance was number 4. Bib Fortuna which is number 5.
I don't remember being so blue.
Me either. But I mean, the presence of that figure just is so good. I mean, Black Series do it amazingly.
I like his little wave.
Their aliens, their aliens are just unbelievable. We don't get as many Black Series figures as we get other lines, but the unique tooling that they bring to the line is just unbelievable. I mean, it's going to be a traffic cone figure. You're not going to be posing it that much, obviously.
But it's about the representation of that character on your shelf, isn't it? It's
absolutely.
I get it.
and you get that figure with
What
Jabba.
are these? What are these little accessory pieces?
Those I don't know. I think they must have explained it, but I'm really not sure. I wasn't paying attention.
And this is the Return of the Jedi version as well. It's not the fatter version we see in Mandalorian.
No,
but it's the same character.
This is my preferred version, I think, by far. If I was going to put one on the shelf, it would be this one.
Yeah, I think you'd have to. It is the Return of the Jedi. He's the translator for
Jabba.
Yeah. Yeah, this is, again, for someone like me, just a casual Star Wars fan, like the live action stuff, especially the original trilogy. Like, I know who this character is, and like, I wish I had a Jabba on the shelf so I could stand him next to him. And what's the Salacious Crumb? The other little thing on his next to him constantly as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like just Jabba's like palace would make such for a cool display in 6-inch form. I'm sure someone out there has already built a sick display and like diorama is already doing it. But yeah. So there you go. There's that. Let me keep skipping through. They show anything else? No, that was it. There you go. They showed them. Okay, beautiful.
The next reveal that I'm excited for is
I did want to show off
series version of that Ahsoka, and I think the client looks great. Really,
yeah.
great.
The only picture they've got of him is that. It's so small, but he's there. You can see him.
And I'm really liking what they're doing with the Mandalorian line. They're really doing well building out that world.
Well, that's what's sort of reigniting the flame for Star Wars. So I think they've got to lean into it, to be fair, especially with all these live action shows, apart from the prequel to Rogue One, are basically spinning off from Mandalorian in a way. Boba Fett, of course, being the next one out. But there's, as I said, there's the client. It's actually his name. He hasn't got another name. He's just the client.
Just a client.
All right, fair enough. Still, another Mandalorian figure.
In the same way, I suppose, as they had the child and
yeah,
that sort of thing.
Okay. So there's Star Wars. And let me just look at our vote real quick. So our vote's on like 173 votes now. And G.I. Joe is still in the lead with 58%, 35% Marvel, only 4% Star Wars, considering winning Hasbro Pulse Con. But again, there's no actual trophy for this. It's just I'm just curious what people were most excited about once the event was finished. So considering G.I. Joe is up there, let's look at some G.I. Joe, shall we? Let me just close these pages I've got up for Star Wars and Marvel, and we'll get into it.
I pre-ordered on Pulse. What's his name? Storm Shadow.
Okay, well, let's get into it. I've got the Fuchsia's a big G.I. Joe fan, so I think Robo's put this up. So this is on the Fuchsia. Shout out Robo, and everyone else, of course. Let's scroll down. Okay, so they showed off the bat. This looks amazing, by the way. I want this in 2 packs, 3 packs, 4 packs, 5. But this is a figure that they showed off and they teased and went, yeah, you can't pre-order it yet. And this one looks great. So this is the bat. Looks really, really nice. I like the 2 interchangeable heads. I like that the chest plate can come off. It's like a modernized version of a character design that is embedded in people's brain when they think of G.I. Joe. So yeah, basically like a robot replacement for the bad guys, clearly. Tiger Force Outback. This one surprised a lot of people as well. Harrison Ford. Yeah, let me go to the G.I. Some of these are up for pre-order right now. So the as I said, the bat isn't yet, but it's nice to know it's on its way. I'll tell you where I think it's going to end up in a minute. But the rest have gone up for pre-order, and even on Hasbro Pulse UK, look, the one they revealed yesterday sold out already, which is crazy. Good job I pre-ordered them.
Oh wow.
Anyway, so let's look at Outback because there's better pictures on Pulse right now. So sort of old man Hawkeye, old man Harrison Ford, if you will, loving the Tiger t-shirt. But okay, so just in general, before we get into this, what's pretty funny is that everyone was on a G.I. Joe hype, right? Everyone was like on a really G.I. Joe hype. And then the Snake Eyes film came out, some Snake Eyes figures come out, some other G.I. Joe figures got delayed, and there seemed to be a slump within people's excitement for G.I. Joe. Like there was a slump. People are like, I even seen those hype fans on Facebook, like we always do, selling off their G.I. Joe collection. Like I'm not in anymore. Apart from Mark Tak, who's in there full force, pun intended. But there was hype fans of G.I. Joe already getting rid, think the line's dying. I was genuinely curious where the line was going. I said that this event would give us more insight on the future of the classified series because if
Yes.
Hasbro were disappointed with Snake Eyes, they may not put so much into the product surrounding G.I. Joe. However, because people's expectations were so low for G.I. Joe, all they had to do was release some very nice figures, which they did, and it's like blowing people's mind. So, as I said, they started off with the Bat, and then they showed Outback, which is part of Tiger Force, and there is no doubt, and bravo to the ACBA, which really does help show off these figures as well. This is a really nice setup. I think this figure looks great. Did you say that you've actually pre-ordered this, Brandon, or are you curious to, tempted to?
No.
So where are you?
only-
Where are you on GI Joe at the minute? You know, because we, as a 6-inch figure collector, you picked up a couple of the GI Joes out of curiosity to get your hands on at the start of the line, but then you decided to sort of back off. As a neutral, then sitting on the fence with these because you have no investment, do you like the look of these? Do you think these are better than you expected from Joe's?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm pretty much now done with Joe's, just because I'm happy with what I have. I've got the core team, you know, Duke, Scarlet, Roadblock, Snake Eyes. I got the core bad guys now with classic Storm Shadow. So Storm Shadow was my last one really, and Lady J I got as well, I think. So, so after the Storm Shadow, I'm pretty much done. But I swear to God, that is Harrison Ford. Look at it.
It sort of does. We're going to see a very old Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones 5 when it comes out finally in 2027. You know, you're not wrong. It sort of does a little bit.
But I think these figures do look great, really great. And I think if you're a G.I. Joe fan, I am very, very excited for you. I think the accessories that they're packing in with are great. I think they're taking on some really great parts in terms of the arms on this guy are pinless by the looks of it. So it seems that they're really, you know, bringing these characters to life in a compelling way that I think a lot of collectors are going to enjoy and maybe still learn about.
Oh, yeah, we shall see. Distribution, target, blah blah blah. Anyway, where I am with G.I. Joe is that I don't review a lot of them on the channel because by the time we get them in the UK, I'm months behind and no one cares by that point. So I've genuinely got upstairs a pile of brand new G.I. Joe figures I haven't opened yet. And I've got at least one of everything. Thanks to people like Tom, Mini Plastic Multiverse, actually got the Cobra Island Trooper when it was really hard to get as well. So thank you very much, Tom. So I literally have a very nice G.I. Joe Classified Series collection upstairs. I recently just got Breaker. I accidentally brought 2 of them, but thankfully Neil, Marvel Legends UK, the original Marvel Legends UK on Instagram, he brought it off me, as well as my second Hellfire set pack. Finally give that up. Which still makes me a little bit sad. It's getting a bit of bias regret on that, but shout out Neil anyway, all the same. Anyway, my point is, I'm still in for G.I. Joe's, right? I never fell off the bandwagon. I was patiently waiting for a track to explode on. No, that's a 50 Cent song. Eminem, never mind. I'm in. Get Rich or Die Trying album. Great album. 2003, can you believe it? Okay, so Outback looks great. Moving down, Cobra, Python, Patrol, Viper. So this is basically the Vipers that we got last year that were in the blue. Very popular figures. We're now getting them in this yellow and grey with the sort of cross style on the arms. Cross. What would you call that? What's that pattern called? Crisscross. Yeah, jump around. You're too young for that as well.
No, I know that song.
The kids that used to wear their clothes backwards, they had like one-hit wonders.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But that song is in Friends with Benefits.
It's not House of Pain Crisscross. It's the other Criss. It's not Jump Around House of Pain. It's Crisscross Jump.
Oh.
Don't this make you wanna jump?
Yeah.
No, that's House of Pain. I'm on about the other one.
Oh, is it? It sounds the same.
They both say jump a lot. I can't play them. I'll get a copyright strike.
I'm
but
gonna go.
Crisscross Jump is different to the House of Pain Jump. That's what I'm trying to say.
Jump song Friends with Benefits. Crisscross Jump.
Oh, okay. So you're on about the right one. Good. Here's Cobra Viper.
See, I'm cultured in 80s and early 90s music.
The thing is, I only know what I know. I was a little bit embarrassed.
Right up there in my favourites with the Ghost.
Just while we're on music, right? I was watching the live stream yesterday with Pharaoh Munch, right? And everyone knows his song. Everyone knows at least one of his songs, right? Which is it's bigger than hip hop, hip hop, hip hop. Right, everyone knows that, whether you know Pharoah Monch or not. And it was so embarrassing. Obviously, he's done so much more than that. He's a big hip hop head. And there were so many people in the chat going, who's this hip hop wannabe? Skip, who's this guy? And I'm like embarrassed for these kids in the chat going, who's this? Yeah, like I was like, you are disrespecting yourself right now. There should have been a moderator in that chat. Everyone who said that just kicked him out. That guy's a living legend. So yeah, like anyway.
I didn't even look.
Don't look at the chat. The chat spoil live streams because it's full of idiots. Like, yes, I'm in the chat, but I am well aware I'm an idiot. But I'm not there chatting nonsense. I'm trying to enjoy my toys, but never mind. True. Do you like the look? As a neutral, which Viper do you prefer? Do you like the look of this one, or do you prefer the original blue one?
Does them releasing this one mean I'm more likely to sell my blue one?
No, the blue ones are still desirable.
Okay, good. I actually prefer the blue one, I can't lie. The yellow is a bit much for me. But I do like the grey. I do like the yellow. It's hard to say. I feel like the blue is definitely more in line with the Cobra Island stuff. But I think this definitely looks... it definitely will add more color to the display and make it more vibrant and really, G.I. Joe display.
Well, they're
really make it stand out even more.
Yeah, they're Python Patrol now, so they've switched it up. Cobra Island is no more. I think it's pretty good that they've got rid of that because that's had such a negative sort of vibe around it. Yeah, so I think it's good that they've cut off Cobra Island and trying something fresh and trying a new approach. So Python Patrol it is. So they showed off that, which is basically just a repaint of a Viper. So it is what it is. Same with this bat. So this Python Patrol bat is up for pre-order right now, right? Let me skip back and you'll see for yourself. It's on Pulse right now for pre-order. There he is, right? So this bat is exactly the same as the bat they showed off at the start of the stream, but it's a repaint with a few different accessories. But this one's available for pre-order now, and it's the less desirable one, which makes me think the other one's in a 2-pack with the Alley Vipers, which we'll get into in a minute. But this one is basically the bat like we've seen, but in the Python Patrol colours. It's even got Python Patrol logo on the chest, which some people like, some people don't like. But it's the greys and the yellows and the maroon. When it comes to the bats, I definitely prefer the black and the greys. Like I prefer this look to this look. But it's essentially the same character, but of different squads type thing. That's the simplest way to put it. But yeah, that's up for pre-order right now. I will get one of these just to keep my streak of one of everything. But I'm not army building. I'm not army building these. Mark Tac says, I care, Dan. Thank you, Mark. I can't remember what I was on about.
I care. We all care.
I can't remember even what I said. But right, okay. You said you pre-ordered this one, right? I think this is like the show stealer. It is, of course. Let me go to this because this is up for pre-order right now. This is sold out on Pulse US, if I'm not mistaken. Currently still on stock on Pulse UK. This is probably the most on top of everyone's want list for G.I. Joe characters to be put in the classified series. And what I like about this is it's not the teched up version like we originally got with Roadblock and Duke and Scarlet. It's literally just, let's just give them what they wanted first time without a reissue. Let's ignore the Arctic version, remember, that we've already had. But this is, of course, Storm Shadow in his classic white, bare arms. Yeah, this is looking good. And you said you pre-ordered this, right?
Yes, I did. Bare arms, all pinless arms, all pinless legs, great accessories. This is a G.I. Joe classified that A, completes my collection, and B, is well worth the £22 price point that we're paying for it. I think it is. It looks to be a very fun, very posable figure. I think it's going to be great to get it with Snake Eyes. I hope we get an updated Snake Eyes off the back of this that has the same love, the pinless joints and all the rest of it. But yeah, this for me rounds out my collection. I'm very happy. Cherry on top. We're done.
Wallace says crosshatch. That is the exact word I was looking for when I was talking about those Vipers. That pattern,
Oh.
crosshatch.
Yeah.
I knew there was a word for it, but I couldn't find it. Hatching, also said by Mini Plastic Morvia. Thank you very much. Lizzie Hartz also says, I'm so sorry, I forgot about the stream. Lizzie, do you not know it's Thursday? Come on now, you know where we're going to be every Thursday at 8 p.m. UK time. I'll forgive you though.
8:15, spiders permitting.
People have been dropping random spider emojis throughout this whole live stream, I think, to try and catch you off. I think, did you go for the Snake Eyes Commando Snake Eyes with
No, with Timber.
with Timber? Yeah,
If it had been pinless, I would have done.
I've pre-ordered it, but it's nowhere to be seen. I pre-ordered mine from In Demand, but it's not hit the UK at all yet. And it said expected September, and then it said expected October, and we're literally about to hit November next week. So yeah, that one's that one's definitely been hit. That's still on a boat somewhere. We shall see. But my pre-order's in, so I'll patiently wait. But yeah, of course I've pre-ordered this. This is what everyone wanted. I think this stole the show. Fan favorite, been given the classified treatment. Looking very nice. I'm definitely excited about this one. I'm sure you all are as well. Scrolling down to Spirit. I was pleasantly surprised by how much I like this. I just love the fact that Freedom can perch on an actual piece of wood attached to his backpack, or it can plug into his arm. Again, this one's up for pre-order right now. It was revealed by Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas. And yeah, this just looks like a really nice, like, you can stand in with your Joes. He's going to stand out aesthetically, character design, Freedom's there with the articulated on the wings. Like, again, and you're not paying an this is the same price as all the other single pack classified figures, and you're getting like a articulated bird with it. Like, I think this is beautiful.
I was tempted by this one just because it's very different to what they've done before. The accessories look amazing.
You bring him
the bird.
Yeah,
the bird looks great. Freedom looks great. I think I was tempted by this. I haven't pre-ordered it, but I was tempted by this just because it is really cool looking. Really cool.
I think he was it was something about, he was a tracker, or there was definitely this type of character design. It was called something else. But anyway, it's Spirit and Freedom looking very nice. Very again, I just love this pose. I love that pose of just him just perched on there as he's shooting someone. But yeah, I think that looks great. And then finally here, well, not finally, but just like we were talking about a minute ago with Snake Eyes Commando and the Wolf Timber. Now we've got Fiona, Fiona the Crocodile and the Crocmaster. And you don't just get one crocodile in this pack, Brandon. You don't just get one crocodile.
Really?
This is basically G.I. Joe and their friends, as in animal friends at the minute, because we've got wolves, crocodiles, birds. God knows what the future holds. We're going to get a parrot soon, surely enough, with Shipwreck as well. But yeah, here we go with a crocodile at 6-inch scale. You can get this to go with your Craven and stuff like that. Just think Craven can use this crocodile. But Crocmaster there, Vispite, and look, you get 3 crocodiles. A little albino crocodile. They've all got names, apparently. I can't remember their names. But 3 crocodiles, Crocmaster, chain, a whip, a hook, gun, a knife. He sort of looks like Bane a little bit because he's got his, obviously, breathing equipment on his face. Does this one not make you a little bit itchy? Do you not like the look of this one?
Honestly, it doesn't. It doesn't. I think it's an amazing release. Like, I'm thinking to myself, what was the guy's before this name?
Spirit.
So when I look at, what was Harrison Ford's name?
Outback.
So when I look at Outback and Crocodile Man versus Spirit could, like, I look at it as in, I don't know Spirit, I have no familiarization with the character at all. I know my core team and my core villains, and I have them set up on as a G.I. Joe display. To me, Outback and Crocodile Man wouldn't necessarily fit in the aesthetic or setup of that display.
Yeah.
Spirit would.
Okay.
The other Cobra Vipers may do, but they're a bit too out there in terms of their colors. So I prefer the other Vipers. So I think when I'm looking at it from now on, if it is something that really, really captures me, you know, G.I. Joe wise, it may get added to that shelf. But I mean, this looks like a lot of fun. I think if you and again, I'm more excited for GI Joe collectors are excited about this than I am for myself about the idea of maybe picking this up.
They've literally reignited the line with just one live stream. Like they were saving these up. The reason you don't get a lot of
happy that they've done it.
people were complaining that GI Joe don't get a lot of fan first Fridays because you'd probably only get one of these reveals, but they've saved them all up, and it definitely is hit a little bit harder with the GI Joe community, and I think they're very happy because, like people are saying in the chat, they've gone back to more of the classic designs and went away from that sort of modernization because they started doing that with Flint and Lady J. They just went back to like just simple military style. Stridon again with the super chat. Thank you very much. I'll let Friday read that out.
Stridon donated $5. Brandon not pre-ordering Spirit. After the discussion we had about representation last week. He's Native American Brandon. Winking face grin grin.
Oh, I appreciate the super chat, Stridon. But yeah, as I said, Brandon was feeling a little bit itchy because it might fit in his collection, but we shall see. But thank you very much. Let me skip through these. The pictures are great, by the way. The guy was so showing off these pictures was so like monotone. Like he sounded really unenthusiastic, but he was being genuine. I just think he didn't have much charisma, bless him. But he was like, I am so the person that took all these pictures was really? He was like, don't get me wrong, he seemed like a nice guy, but he was like, I am thrilled to be here, and he probably was really thrilled. He just didn't have the energy, I guess. He was tired taking all these pictures. These pictures look fire though. Definitely helped get a few sales, that's for sure. What else did we go? Let me keep going down. Okay.
I just saw Stridon's thing, and yes, I completely agree, Stridon, and that is probably why I will end up picking up. Funny thing though, I just caught myself earlier. I said about the display, like about a GI Joe classified shelf. I just remembered I do not have a GI Joe classified shelf. I literally, my Joes are all bubble wrapped and bagged and boxed.
Ah, okay. I remember you take some. When you got your risers, didn't you? You had to take figures. Some had to get cut, didn't you? Yeah. So the classified was what was. And you were using your roadblock head as a Isaiah.
Yeah, as Isaiah Bradley.
Yeah.
So that is funny though. I just thought to myself, where is that display? And then I realized.
There was a couple more reveals from G.I. Joe, but this was on the Pulse event. So far, so good from what we see from Joe's. Let me go to events. Let me go to the 1027. And at first, I was like, what is this 2020? And then I understood that it was that was their road number, wasn't it? It was the Hasbro road number. But I didn't know that at first. So I was like, that's a bit random. You've just had Pulse Con, but I get it. It's your road number. You have one opportunity to do that day. I get it. So they first revealed the classified series Cobra Officer. And this is essentially in the same wave as Storm Shadow and Spirit. So expect all three of these to sort of hit at the same time. They're all going to be shipped together, I believe. So yeah, this is basically you can just get one of these as an officer for your infantry Cobra troopers that you've already got, or you could army build these if you want and have a little squadron of officers. Either way, nice another little army builder you can get. I'll probably just get one to lead my current platoon. I don't know if that's the official phrase for a squad of people, but it sounded right, so I went with it. But Cobra Officer, there he is, and there was a picture with showing off the other reveal, which was the Alley Vipers. But they're not here. Let me see if they're on the Fuchs. Let me go to here. Live stream reveals, adverts. Gotta let these people get paid. There you go.
Oh.
What's up?
Mini Plastic Multiverse said the trailer for Book of Boba is up. Is it?
Is it? If it is, get it and we'll do a live reaction. As long as I don't get demonetized. I need this 0.10p I'll make from the stream.
But hold on, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. Book of Boba Fett.
There's the Alley Vipers, by the way, people. We've been waiting for these. These have been on the back of the G.I. Joe box for a long time. And now we've finally got them revealed. There you go.
Tom, where is it at? Why would they drop it this late? I suppose 5 o'clock in the...
And like I alluded to earlier, by the way, this picture... And because these are the only two G.I. Joe reveals that haven't went up for pre-order yet, makes me think that these two may be in a 2-pack. Probably not. But because it would make more sense to have a Bat 2-pack and a Viper 2-pack. But again, I'd like a 2-pack of one of each, so I could multi-buy both and army build both. But But yeah, there's that. Brandon's distracted looking for this trailer. If you can find
I'm not
it.
seeing it anywhere. I'm not seeing it.
Why
anywhere.
would Tom say that? Tom, you're out of order. What were you saying? I'm sure he wouldn't lie to you. Book of Boba Fett.
I looked. The official Boba Fett Twitter hasn't posted it.
If I Google it, all I'm getting is do you know, like clickbaity spam that people have put up. So yeah, I'm not seeing it. Anyone in the chat said anything? It's not real. People messing around. Could be bullshit. I just saw a link. See how quickly Tom derailed our great G.I. Joe discussion there. Thanks, Mini Plastic Multiverse. At least check your sources first. Oh, for God's sake, Tom. Look at me. There's me Googling stuff as well. Ridiculous. What a waste. Can I talk about some Addy Vipers now? Anyway, last reveal. I want to talk about Addy Vipers, bats. Would you buy these, Brandon?
No.
Fair enough.
I would buy the Lunar Wolf Ranger though from Power Rangers.
I can't talk about that because it wasn't revealed, I'm afraid.
Yeah, they revealed it at Pulsecon.
No, they didn't. You tell me where they revealed that. I'm not saying the figure doesn't exist. I'm not even saying that it's not currently available in stock for our US friends in Hasbro Pulse. But did they reveal it? Did they mention it? Did they talk about it?
No, I said the Lunar Wolf, the Wild Force.
I'm on about the in space one.
Not the in space.
They definitely did mention that though, right?
The in space one does not exist because no, they didn't mention it. I was talking about this one. Look, this one.
Oh yes, I forgot. Okay, they're up for pre-order, right? We can have a quick look at them.
You're right though. The in space one, it just doesn't exist. It already sold out on Pulse US.
Yeah, my bad. I got cocky then, but I was so confident I was right, but I was completely wrong. My bad. That shows my lack of.
Which is weird. I don't know why. I'm getting a bit.
You're on about this
one.
one.
Worried that if they didn't order it into the UK, which is just I'm talking about that one. Oh, look at it.
Do you reckon our good friend Miguel from the Wolfpack's going to buy this?
Oh, he should. He definitely should. That's one of my favorite Ranger designs of all time.
Tom says, sorry, it's Kapow's fault, but I should have checked. It's all good, I'll forgive you.
Never going to forgive you, Tom.
Yeah, they did release a wave of Power Rangers. I completely forgot, you know.
Yeah, they're not due out till 2024.
So the two deluxes were the Piranha Head, which is another Mighty Morphin villain. So I'm in. Give me that. Give me Eye Guy. I've basically brought the pig as well, by the way. Obviously, it's not in stock until the end of November, but I've still brought Pudgy Pig. You have to. He's like one of the most iconic Mighty Morphin villains. He comes with a pie accessory, people, right? Buy it at least for the pie. Piranha Head is $32.99. Still pretty pricey, but it's what we come to expect. Just think, these Ninjago ones, well, not Ninjago, that's Lego, but these Ninjetti ones are like £32 bloody pound. That's absolutely insane.
I don't think I put a pre-order in for them.
I've not pre-ordered them yet either.
Have you put in pre-orders for the Turtles?
No, because I'm waiting for the first place to get them in stock, so I'm just buy them. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be. I'm in. Because I'm pretty confident.
I wish I'd done that as well.
Because I want them. You know, I want the Turtle Power Rangers. Of course I do. But if I'd pre-ordered, I'd been committing to buying them from that one place, and it could be the place that gets them last. So I thought, be sensible, Dan. Just keep your money to the side, and as soon as they come in stock, pull that trigger. So
that's exactly what for next year. That is exactly what I'm doing. I'm pre-ordering everything on Pulse, so I have an option. We're
on the ball this day and age. So if there's stuff that we feel is going to sell out, we're already going to know it's worth pre-ordering, if you know what I mean. But stuff like that, which is available on every single UK website, I'm pretty confident when they drop, I'll be able to just pick a place and buy them. So they showed the deluxe.
Generally, Pulse are just so good that I think I've really enjoyed shopping with them. And I'm not just saying that to be nice. Like, I really have enjoyed shopping with them.
The cog's not there. The single pack cog. Is he sold out? Let me go to events. Pulsecon.
I should have got more of those.
So
Damn
out
it,
of
I should have
that,
pre-ordered a couple
so out of
those.
that wave, I just like the single pack cog because the cog's a nice figure, but it also comes with the weapons for Rocky.
Yeah.
Can't find him. I don't even think they mentioned.
Type it in. Type it into the search bar.
No,
Cogs.
he's there.
Oh yeah, look, there it is. Pre-order still. Okay, for you. Didn't sell that.
Because so this is obviously I've got a couple of cogs on the shelf. So far it was only a 2-pack where you get the pink version, so that still makes the 2-pack worthwhile because it's the only way to get the alternative pink costume. And if you go back and watch the Zeo episodes where the cogs are in it, there are definitely a couple of pink ones in the mix, so it's still relevant and canon. But my mind's eye, the cogs are the silver, so this is the one that makes sense for the army builder. And it looks good. Definitely the second. These, the putty, and the Tenga Warriors, they're my fodder villains for my generation of Power Rangers, and I can now get them all single packed. Well, I can't get a regular putty single pack; they've all been in 2-packs, but I can get a Zeo putty anyway. I digress. There you go. There's the Zeo weapons look for Rocky.
Yeah, really, really good.
So Rocky, this geezer, the blue Zeo Ranger, he never got his own weapons, where someone like Adam got his little. Got his.
Yeah, that's the thing about.
But Rocky never got his.
Lightning, is I really wish that Lightning would be 3 Rangers, an army builder, and
a bad guy,
and a deluxe bad guy, or something like
That'd
that.
be good.
Or better yet, 4 Rangers, army builder 2-pack, and a deluxe bad guy. Just I love Lightning when they hit, they really hit. When they miss, they do miss. But it's so hard to keep up my excitement in the line.
Yeah, as I said, I'm the same as you. My wallet's quite grateful they're not as consistent as some other lines, especially now I've already got all the morph. Hopefully by the end of the year, considering it depends on delays, but by the end of the year I should have Zeo complete because the yellow's in a 2-pack, the yellow's single pack, but the pink's in a 2-pack. So hopefully my Zeo team and Mighty Morphin team will be complete by the end of the year, with some nice villains into the mix as well. So for me, with the Lightning collection, it's just like a little extra now. I'm not. I want the Zords. They teased the Zords, they showed off that Zord. So that's probably what I'll save my money for now is the Zords and villains.
Really?
Keep the villains coming. I need to open Finster. I've not opened Finster yet, but I'm literally very grateful I've got Finster. Because I had him pre-ordered on Amazon UK, Amazon US, and I was just going to wait. But it's nice to not have to wait for that. The Purple Wolf Ranger in Mystic and Jungle Force are cooler. The Blue Space Ranger looks like a lighter shade of blue than the other. I agree. I thought that as well, but I thought that quietly to myself. But the Deluxe Blue in Space looks like a different shade of blue to the blue in the 2-pack with the silver Psycho. Yeah. Which is odd.
Yeah.
Odd.
I thought it was really odd. I thought of all the black, of all the in Space Rangers, that they wouldn't re-release the Black Ranger, they wouldn't re-release the Red Ranger, the Yellow Ranger, Rangers that haven't
Rangers that have been out for a little bit at least.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't get why they wouldn't have released
the blue one's not even out yet. The blue...
especially when if you take okay, if you're looking at the blue and the Black Ranger, the Blue Ranger is TJ, I think. And he will have a Red Turbo Ranger still to come, right? So why do 2 of In Space Blue when In Space Black is a really, really popular character? You've just redone Andros because they did it as a Target exclusive. I don't know. I didn't really get why they did that.
I don't know.
They did that.
I don't know.
Really weird.
As we sort of wrap up now, Brandon, I do want to just say that I did the only Pulse exclusive. Oh, I've got the pig, but the pig's not in hand yet. I did also get Venom.
Yes.
But so I've opened. Obviously, mine people is going on the wall. It's going on the wall. So you see that one little gap? It goes there, and then my OCD will be happy for a little bit until we get the next wave. But
can we put a poll in the chat? Should Brandon open his or not?
Venom, yeah, we can. Of course, we can.
I'm on the fence as to whether I should.
Okay, so just a recap: who won Hasbro Pulse Con 2021? The leader, the winner, with 58% of the vote was, of course, G.I. Joe's, which I think everybody was pleasantly surprised with their reveals and the quality of their reveals. Marvel Legends come in with 35 left, but that's 35%. But like Brandon said at the start, that's sort of their own fault because people expect a certain quality now with Legends. So to be fair, they've got a harder bar to tip. So yeah, Star Wars 4%, unfortunately, and then other was 3%. So poll is now ended. G.I. Joe is our leader. So give that a second and then I'll start a new poll. So our poll, what are we asking Brandon? Should Brandon, last poll of the evening, should he open his Venom?
Yeah.
So here's my Venom, right? People.
So I've opened it like that. So I've got him out the box, but
So-
I've got him on. Yeah, you know what I mean.
I'm trying to show, like, the paint apps on mine are messy. Like, it's not coming across on camera, so I feel like an idiot now. But I promise you, people, my paint apps are really sloppy there. So, like, this is my one. This costs, like, as I said, this was double the price of a normal one. This is my one to go on the wall for display purposes. So I don't want sloppy paint apps. So should I return it, get another one, just open this one and then get another one? Like, because I'm going to be emailing customer services saying, sorry, I'm a stereotype collector, but the paint apps ain't right. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I hate returning things. But at the same time, that's the one for the shelf, for the wall. All right, let me start this poll for Brandon. Last poll of the evening. We'll wrap up with some favourites and we'll get out of here. Should Brandon open his Venom? Retro. And just to be fun, I'm going to put 3 options. Yes, no, and...
Buy a second one.
Yeah. He should buy 2. Ask the community. There you go. The last poll for the next 5 minutes before we get out of here. Should Brandon open... Brandon, you have to do what the outcome of this poll does, by the way. That's the agreement we've made. Whatever the outcome of this poll is what you have to do. It's part of the contract of the show.
I just... Oh, yeah, okay. 13 votes.
Brandon's got 8 devices in front of him, all clicking the same one.
Yeah.
Early lead is fight.
The last time, but
If you're on the same account.
Yeah. All of my devices are logged into my YouTube.
Okay, we'll leave that for a minute. Okay, so Brandon, as we wrap up, as we round down here, we appreciate everyone that's still here, by the way. As we finish up, if you do want your favourite, if you do want your comment be heard, as I said, now is the time before we get into the credits. Last opportunity to throw in a super chat. Anything over £4 or $4. Let us know your favourite reveals of the weekend and we'll let Friday read them out so they forever live on the stream. All right, last chance. We're here for like another 5 minutes. If you've got anything to say it now. Streamlab link is in the description, or of course you can use super chat. Completely up to you. But I will ask Brandon why he nervously waits for that poll to sort of build. Favourite couple of reveals from the weekend, Brandon, for across all lines. Just favourite things from all these reveals.
My top 3 reveals, let's say Iron Spider, Bad Batch Echo, and the Lunar Wolf Power Ranger. They were my top 3 reveals across all 3 lines.
Yeah, I've got to go with you in regards to the Iron Spider. Definitely one of my most wanted Iron Man. Oh, by the way, that list that we did recently, where you picked that, Rich is there to back me up. I also picked that, but then chose not to pick it because you picked it, and Rich is my witness to that happening.
Hey! Super Producer has super high standards. You have to get them in. You have to get those choices in early.
Well, I was trying to be sneaky and add mine to my Avengers pick rather than my Spider-Man pick, so I could get 2 Spider-Man pick in there. But I went with good old Jarvis in the end, but he never won, did he? Let's be honest.
Poor Jarvis.
Okay, let me look at the chat real quick. Wolfpack says, open it live, Brandon. Mike D says, I got 2 of them. Tanner, in regards to his favourite, says Knull for me. Abnugler says Iron Spider. Ruler of Randomness says, do you think it's reasonable to expect more Marvel zombie figures after What If? I think after the popular, the sort of fan reaction to the zombie What If figure, we may get some comic What If figures down the line. Not alone, let alone What If. They're just got to be unique sculpts. Like there you go. Did you get that this week, Brandon?
No, I've had him a few weeks, but I absolutely adore him. Like I just absolutely, like I'm past the fact that he doesn't have fists now. I just absolutely love him.
I should ask.
I did get Peggy in the last week though, but she's not as posable as I would have liked, which is a bit of a shame. But she still looks great.
Well, thanks to friends of the channel, iComic Industries, I should, fingers crossed, have some What If figures later this week, so I can start opening some them up and reviewing them on the channel. So as always, shout out Jake, shout out iComic Industries, much appreciated. Helped make the Eternals reviews possible, and now moving on to What If, much appreciated, my friend. Means a lot. All the links are in this description, of course. But okay, reading some more favourites out. Mike D says Storm Shadow, Knull, Bat.
Vulcan as well, I have to say.
Mr. Williams says Spirit, Bat, Bill Burr. Thirsty for Chicken says Boba Fett gets an honourable mention. But he also says literally everything Brandon says. I want the White Vision because his left big toe, says Lizzie Harts. What? He has got bare feet. Clearly, Lizzie Harts has a foot fetish. Interesting. Jamie says Echo, Animated X-Men and Spirit for me. Jay's Toys Collection UK says Croc Master 1. Jay, is Kiara and Kiara's dad still watching? What was Kiara's dad's favourite reveal after he's just learnt about all these reveals through our stream? What is his favourite? I'd love to know Kiara's dad's favourite reveal. If he's still watching, of course. He's probably fell asleep, bless him. Rush says Knull and Vulcan. And shout out Rush, posting pictures. Finally, his Sentinels has arrived. Hopefully he can join us on Legends and Liquor this week with 5 little friends around him. We shall see. Radium says Storm Shadow, Bat, Crocmaster. Profit 924 says Bats. Cloud says Jake from iComic emailed me directly about my order. Service. Yeah, he's a good lad. He's a good lad. As I said, I would only recommend you someone that I would personally trust and use. I recently literally just got the Spider-Man 99 from them because I've won an extra one to open. He says Iron Spider, he is shiny, says Kiara. Zap Power Rangers Zords, says Mario. Yeah, I'm very curious to see these Power Rangers Zords. No, it's a joke, I promise. No, Lizzie, now we know. Now we know what you're into. Feet. Omega Weapon says Young Small Anakin. We haven't got him yet. I'm with you, Omega Weapon. We haven't got him yet. CJ's laughing says, can we get Toad 2 and the wheelchair Xavier? Javi says Iron Spider. Daniel S says X-Men Animated are my instant pre-orders, but the G.I. Joe animals were the most impressive reveal. Very tempting. Yeah, I do think G.I. Joe, people are dusting off their G.I. Joe collections right now. Kiara says he had interest in the animated Wolverine. He's just gone to bed, but he enjoyed watching. Good. Hopefully we've gained a new follower, Brandon.
Yes, absolutely.
Thirsty for Chicken says Knull is my biggest one, though I can't do a top 3. It has to be a top 5. Lizzie also says, no, I'm into Tom Holland. Tell you what she likes more than Tom Holland. Tom Holland's feet. Okay, back to the poll. So far, Brandon, 47% is yes, you should open him. 18% is no, and he should buy 2 is 35%. We're at 49 votes. We'll see if that can hit. Shall we go? What shall we hit? Say 50? 50? Do you want to... You wanted it to say no, didn't you? But now you got to open it.
Yeah, I think we'll cap it at 50.
Okay, cap it at 50. One more vote, people. The poll is open. Who's got that final vote? I don't think it's changing the decision, but it will change the numbers. Check your Insta quickly. It's Dan, Hugh, and Brandon. Tag you guys in a pic. Okay, you're lucky I've seen that. I don't really look at my phone during the stream. It's very unprofessional, Abnugla, but as you're a friend, I will.
Let me see.
He said he's tagged. Is he derailing the show? He and Tom in cahoots? Are they sending us fake Boba Fett trailers?
Working on a backpack and Waldos for Superior Spidey. Very interesting.
I can't see anything. Is it in a message or has he tagged me? Like I can't see anything.
I just sent it to you on Instagram.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, we're at 50 votes. Quick, cap it.
Quick. It's ended. It's all over.
Whew. So,
Oh,
yes,
okay.
I
3D
should
printed
open
backpack. Nice. Yes. I've seen a few of them on like that Essie store that sell 3D printed goods and stuff. A lot of people were doing that with Falcon wings as well for a while when we had the comic Falcon. Yeah, interesting. We all know if Ad Nugler starts working on a custom, it's not long before the legends start getting it. But as I said, I was talking about customs earlier. So again, shout out Bearded Skull. It's a beautiful piece. As I said, go and check out my Iron Man review. Links are in the description. I'll post this link again if I can. But this is beautiful. But Brandon, that's about it, right? That's about it. A lot of stuff to talk about.
Indeed, my friend.
Right, there you go. Bearded Skull, much appreciated, my friend. This is a beautiful piece. Definitely the icing on top of my Captain America with Mjolnir and his broken shield. Pride and place on my endgame display. Thank you very much. Link to his Instagram in the chat right now.
Just a quick point, because I don't know if we spoke about what we got this week at the start of the stream, but just as a
we didn't.
Where did there he is. There they are.
Oh, the Eternals, the FHF Eternals. Nice.
Yeah. Boom.
So first impressions on them, Brandon? You liking them?
Yeah, I think Kingo is definitely the best. The likeness is the best. Like that likeness is just unbelievable. Is it showing? I hate doing this thing. It makes me feel so cheesy.
I know, you need to. It's the only way to get it to focus while you're live, though. But I know what you're doing. They look good.
Anyway,
next Friday that film comes out, Brandon. So a week from now we can.
Yes,
a week from tomorrow we can see.
Very excited. Very excited. But yeah, still need to open Icarus and Cersei, but there they are.
Someone's asking about iComic in the comments, so again, another opportunity to plug. iComic Industries, by the way, people, they have now opened up international shipping. So if you want figures like Binary in the US and you're willing to pay that international shipping, you can get your pre-orders in right now. Binary is on the website. So if you don't want to wait for Walgreens and you're willing to just pay that little bit extra to just sit back and relax and just wait for Binary to arrive, now is your opportunity. Quasar, Nova, of course, all the recent waves, Fantastic Four, they're all on there, people. But yeah, iComic Industries, check out the Instagram, check out the website, see for yourself, but I wouldn't point you in the wrong direction, all right, people? I promise you, a lot of people hit up my DMs asking me to do some stuff, and I only work with people that I actually would actually buy from. Do you know what I mean? So like, I'm pointing you in the right direction. So yeah, if you want those Walgreens exclusive without having to deal with Walgreens, I'm telling you right now, iComic Industries, international shipping available. Yeah, that's it. Let's get out of here. I just want to say one last plug before I go, but this plug, I'm sure you'll forgive me. This Sunday, October 31st, Halloween. It's Legends and Liquor, people. Come and join me for a drink. Let's talk some toys. So if you are a channel member and you want to be on Legends and Liquor this week, just like me and Brandon are doing right now, talking toys, you can literally be on Legends and Liquor this week. And basically, yes, we're milking the hell out of Hasbro Pulse Con. I'm well aware, but I do want to give people in the community, other names, other regular faces, an opportunity to talk about their favorite reveals, stuff they pre-ordered, stuff they were surprised about. So if you are a channel member, you've hit that join button at the Members Club tier, you can join me this week on Legends and Liquor. Hit up my Instagram DMs or the Discord. That's the best way to get my attention. Discord link is in the description as well. But Instagram DMs, I start putting the groups together. Last time I did a Legends and Liquor, I could fit 7 on a screen. So again, I will try. If you want on the show and you're a channel member, I will get you on the show, right? I've never, ever, even like, I think Thirsty for Chicken let me know last minute and I got him on the show. Like, if you want on the show and you're a channel member, I will get you on the show, right? It's as simple as that. Hit up my DMs this Sunday, obviously recapping again Hasbro Pulse Con, but this time I'll basically be talking to you guys. Brandon, until then, let the people know where they can find you online.
As always, hero.collections is the best place to find me, guys.
There you go. There it is, the smiling logo.
There he is. Look at that. How crazy. That'd be 6 months old soon.
That's mad, isn't
How
it?
mad is that?
It's mad.
Yeah. Time flies.
Quick credits. I forgot. I always forget to do my credits. Sorry, Brandon, to cut you off. Quick credits.
No,
Let the credits roll a second if they work. They don't always work, but if they do, let them roll. They're not working. You're embarrassing me now, credits. Come on, credits. Okay, they're embarrassing me. They don't want to show. That's fine. Hey, do you want to see the big camera? Whoa, it's a bigger. I forget to show the wide. This is the wide. Look, you can even see my Sentinel down there as well.
Wow.
I know people never see the big, but yeah, see that gap there? It's because I'm reviewing MCU figures at the minute, so I literally had to dismantle my MCU display just so I had figures for comparisons. But look how tiny my room is. Literally, I'm touching both walls. Like, it's a small room, people. That's why it looks so packed. But yeah, credits don't want to work for me. But shout out everyone who contributed to the stream today. Oh no, it's working.
Wait.
Hooray, it's working. Hang on. Thank you very much. Thank you. Go on, you can talk.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'll go back. It's all right. It does a loop. I've got to wait for it to loop now.
I was going to ask.
Oh, it's back. Shout out Mark Tac, Cameron Wright, Batforce Grumps, Rich M, and Stryden. Thank you very much for the super chats. Much appreciated. Thank you for contributing to today's stream. Much, much appreciated. You will forever live in the archives of the YouTube live stream. Episode 64. You were here supporting the cause. Thank you very much, Mark Tac, Cameron Wright, Batforce Grump, Rich M, and Stryden. Thank you very much. Brandon's headphones just died, so that's the perfect time to go. He said hero.collections. I'm telling you, it's Dan Who on Instagram. I'm also at Dan Who Reviews on Twitter. Tweets me. I always tweet if I'm going live, any reviews, etc. After this, if you still want to hear me talk some more, go and check out my interview with the Marvel team. It's on my channel right now. Go and check out my YouTube channel. The last video on here is me literally talking to Ryan, Dan, and Dwight from Marvel, from Hasbro, just asking them questions, trying to have some fun conversation about the collect. Don't worry, I don't get into the logistics of costing and pricing and shipping. I try and just keep it about toys, but that's just me. But yeah, let me know what you think, as always, in the comments. I appreciate your feedback, and always let me know what you want me to ask them, and I'll try. Mike D says, put up Venom. Yeah, I know, I need to put up Venom. Here's the last gap. I just might need to get another one. I'll have to look at my cosplay, says Rush. Yeah, Legends and Liquor. It might be fancy dress. I'll make a special haunty, scary announcement about it. But yeah, great stream, says Phil. I appreciate you. Brandon, let's wave them out. Let's wave them out. And as we wave out, I'll shout out a couple of people. John Turner, Cloud, The Wolfpack, Jamie, Rich M, Daniel S, Omar V, Mike D, Mini Plastic Multiverse. Did try and derail us halfway through the show with a fake trailer, but it's all right. I forgive you, Tom. Rush McGowan, Jay's Toys Collection, Articulated Heroes, Phil Jones, of course, Jamie, Thirsty for Chicken, Tanner, Blake Sanchez. We appreciate you all. Thank you for joining us. Episode 64. The streak continues. Next week, wait for an announcement, but we may be switching days. When Brandon wants Wednesday, I need to still sweet talk the missus. It's annoying that she's not here this Friday. Yeah. So this Friday she could have done Friday, but never mind. But we'll make it happen. We're probably looking at a Wednesday stream next week, people. But I'll let you know. There'll still be a stream. If it's not on a Thursday, there will still be a stream. But Legends and Liquor is 100% Sunday. So again, if you are watching right now and you want to be on the channel, you want to be on the stream that you're watching, hit that join button. Let me know on Instagram, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. I'm going back to the big cam as we get out of here.
Peace. See ya.
There you go. Look at the big cam. I forgot this cam existed. Bye-bye, everyone. If there's some videos popping up on the screen right now, click one. Click one. Go and check a playlist. Check a review. Check my interview. Whatever video pops up, click it. You might like it. Let the content flow. Let it flow. Enjoy yourself. Make sure you subscribe. All right? Follow me on Instagram. It's Dan Who.
Hit that subscribe button.
What he said.
Appreciated.
That's the voice in my head. It's crazy. Click a video. If the video animations don't pop up at the end of this stream, I'll just look like a tit. They won't pop up. Yeah, I've obviously got to wait for the replay. But still, people watching the replay. Bye-bye, everyone.